Year week 4. We back again. It's the boy. Big bro B. Got your boy
I'm
Ron.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are here. What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. We chilling. Hey, we told y'all we was gonna be back, man. So we locked in. Told y'all we keeping up our word now, y'all. Get right. Let's get it, man.
All right, my brothers. So today in entertainment news,
Yes, sir.
let's talk about this. I don't know if you heard about this Tamar Braxton situation. Have you heard about it?
No, sir. I have not. Fill me in. But, I play the game and I stream and I do all this other shit and I'm trying to get content and all that. So I don't really watch too much unless it's Marvel related or if it's wrestling. Boom, see the shirt. The Fiend. I ain't really watching it. So yeah, let me know what's happening.
So from what I know, I'm guessing she went out um that this past weekend. I guess it was. I don't know what exact day it was. I'm guessing the weekend. She went out, I guess, for a friend's birthday or her birthday or something like that. And apparently, she woke up the next day. She was unconscious. She woke up the next day and she was missing 4 teeth. And she woke up in a pool of blood. So I guess the mystery is what happened to her.
Who done it? Like what the fuck is going on, bro?
So
Continue.
from what I gathered, so they have like a video of her in the club that night. And she was with some guy. I guess he's an influencer or something like that. I can't remember what his name exactly is,
Oh,
but she
no.
was with him, and they had the footage of them in the club. Like I said, when she got home, that's where everything went blurry, went black, I guess, or she didn't remember what happened
Yeah.
after that. But of course, they, everybody guess pressed up on Homeboy, or he was just getting his story together. But he did a video where he was saying that they went to the club. Um, I guess they got in his car. He dropped her off at her house. He said he didn't go in. So he's saying that once he dropped her off, he don't know what happened after that. That's, I guess, his alibi. That's his story.
It's my story.
So
I'm sticking to it.
yeah, that's his story. He's sticking to it. But I did notice in the video, he kept saying her. He never mentioned like her name. Like he never said
Tamar.
me and Tamar. He just kept saying that girl, that lady, her. Like that lady just. I dropped her off. She went home. I don't know what happened after that. I woke
I'm
up the
trying to
next day
distance.
like, yeah, like y'all, and I'm hearing this story like y'all hearing it. And only thing I got from her was a text in the morning where she was asking me for this lady's number, and I gave her the number. And usually he was like, usually when people ask for this particular lady's number, she helps people with like teeth, like a teeth issue, like if one of your veneers fell out or something like that. That's what she does. So
One of the
she asked for that
binoculars?
number, and like I said, no, he was saying the only thing she said was something about she was missing 4 teeth. Now they were saying as a friend, you probably want to know more. Like, what are you talking about? Your teeth missing, or you probably go to your friend's house if that's really your friend and go check
Yeah,
on her
yeah.
to see if she's okay.
Yeah, no
If
cap.
she's saying that she woke up in the morning and 4 her teeth missing,
Oh, all right,
but
let me ask you: is this a female? This is a male influencer that you're talking about.
yeah, he's a man.
Oh Jesus Christ! This don't look good. This don't
Now I
look
don't
good, my
know
friend.
if he like men or women. I don't know. I don't really know him like that, so
He fishy,
I don't know.
fishy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something's a little off.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Uh, oh, okay. All right. First off, it sounds like whatever happened, he trying to distance himself from it. That's why he never said her name. He gonna play that role of I don't really know who the fuck she is, even though it sounded like you were saying that they was together all night and then left with each other. Don't know how you don't know her name to say her name, but sound like he's just trying to distance it. If you're trying to distance it, that probably means you got something to do with it. Sounds a little wacky though. You know how they get down, these Hollywood folk, and just things that they put in your drink. What Ross say? With Molly on my champagne, she ain't even know it. Sound like the situation. But for real, it sounded like he took her teeth and about to sell them on like the black market or some shit. That's literally what it sounded like. Because why did he take out her teeth? Whatever happened, whatever else happened.
What could he have done for her to be missing 4 teeth? I guess that's what the mystery is. Like, what happened? Like, why
he snatched them hoes off.
Why would she wake up in a pool of blood with 4 her teeth missing? What possibly could have happened?
Snatched them hoes out.
How he snatched somebody's teeth out?
Brother, you forgetting I just got my teeth pulled? All you doing is yanking the tooth out?
He ain't a dentist.
Yeah, you gotta be a dentist to yank a tooth out, my guy. If you got a good pair of tweezers and got a good grip, you can yank a tooth. That's why it was so much blood.
Nah, I would personally believe that, because I know how she is. She got a mouth on her. That's why nobody don't like to be around her. That's why she can't keep a man and all that other stuff. Well, so she got a mouth. So maybe she was just drunk and didn't know what she was saying and said the wrong thing to him, and he blacked out, hauled off, and whooped her ass. But I'm pretty sure somebody whooped her ass or something. I don't know how. Like I said, you gotta really get your ass whooped to get 4 of your teeth knocked out. But
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's a hell of an ass whooping if that's what happened. Like, god damn, you got fucked up if that's what happened. But nah, bro, nah. And then it's like nobody said nothing about no female or nothing like that, unless he the one who fucked her up. But if he was the one taking her home, there wouldn't be no reason for him to then turn around and fuck her up.
I mean, like I said, he tried to say he didn't go up. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that's what he's saying.
Maybe she was drunk. He helped her up the steps. Who knows what happened? I don't know. But like I said, that's what the mystery is. What actually happened is what everybody's trying to figure out. What happened?
Oh yeah, I think we know what happened. He either yanked her teeth out or he like punched them shits out. Like either way, like he got her teeth. I want to know more.
Well,
so like, did she? Because when shit like this happen, women they go get their tests done and all that to see if it's any specimen, anything like that. So like, did she go get any of those tests done to see if he did something to her and while she was asleep, or is the motherfucker just kidnapping women, taking their teeth out and then dipping? Also, we need to know who this influencer is, because like us being in the space that we trying to enter into, we can't have influencers out here doing dumb shit like this. So who was this guy?
Like I said, bro, he said he didn't go in the house, so I guess we can count him as he wasn't in there.
So did the two just run through and snatch her teeth out? Like that don't make sense. I understand what he's saying, but 2 and 2 don't add up, bro. Like if you can't tell a cop that. Like if she want to take this to court or whatever she want to do, like you can't go to a cop and be like, yo, I took her home and I don't know what happened after that. No, you're the last one that's seen her. You took her home, so like, what's going on? Unless you're trying to play the role of, all right, well, somebody broke into her house, but how the fuck would you know that if you didn't go in there?
I mean, but ain't it a world where he really did just drop her off and he don't know what happened after that? Because anything could have happened, bro. He don't know who she deal with. Like I said, from what I'm hearing, she don't really have a man. She got somebody like on the side. So we don't know what that person's role is in this. Somebody, like I said, she got a mouth on her, so you never know what women she beefing with. We don't know none of that. Right, so what if it is a world where he really did just drop her off and he don't know what happened after that?
All right, so how'd that person get in there?
I don't know, bro. She was drunk. She could have opened the door. She could have just not. She could have just not shut the door. She could have not locked the door. She probably was pissy drunk. That's the only reason why. The only way you don't know what happened.
Number one, no signs of forced entry.
Well, we don't know all that.
That's everything. If it was, then she would have said it. She would have been like, "Yo, I woke up the next day and the window to my bedroom was busted in, and then all right, yeah, somebody broke in. The door was kicked in when I got there. All right, yeah, somebody." But she would have said something along those lines. She wouldn't have came out and said all of this and then left out the part that it's obvious that somebody broke in. It don't make sense. So there's no signs of forced entry. So we got to take it as he did it for that reason alone. Like she didn't let nobody in, and if she was aware enough to let somebody in her house, then that should be something that she at least remembers, letting someone in the house. Like, even if she don't remember exactly who it was or what happened after that, you will remember letting someone into your house.
Well, maybe she do remember, but she just don't want to say it because she don't want to out the person who did this to her. Maybe, you know how sometimes people try and cover things up. If you're a woman and you keep getting into bad relationships, at some point you're going to want to make it seem like this new person is the one. He ain't never did nothing wrong. And sometimes women and people try to cover up bad relationships.
But so she gonna put the blame on, because all right, so let's say something did happen after yo did just drop her off, and then something happened after that. You need to make like some type of like suggestion to this or anything, because not only is public perception gonna be that he did it, that's gonna be what the cops say. Because she's not saying anything different. She's not saying as, yo, I let somebody in, yo, somebody broke in. She's not saying none of that. Like, all she knows is she was at this place with this guy. He dropped her off. Next thing you know, she woke up, missing teeth, pool of blood. Like, in all honesty, it sounds like he did it. Like, just hearing that story, wouldn't you say, like, all right, he did something to her? No matter what he say, you gonna think like, yo, he did something. Bitch ain't saying somebody broke in. She ain't let nobody in. It's just what it sounds like. It might be. It is a world where he just dropped off. I don't know if we live in that world though. With all the other shit that's going on, I doubt that we live in that world where he did absolutely nothing. So,
I mean, I don't know, bro. He said he didn't. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna take it as he dropped it off. Maybe she was pissy drunk. She fell face first into the table.
So that could be the only other excuse. Yeah. But to that is like, so all right. So how are we gonna find any of this out then? Unless she got cameras in the house and she gonna put up the footage of her falling.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's one of them situations we ain't never gonna figure it out because she not gonna say what happened.
Yeah, if it is something embarrassing, I think she knows.
Yeah, I think she know what happened, but she just not gonna tell us. I mean, I feel like if that's the case, why did you even tell us that this happened? Like, you should have just not said anything. I mean, you ain't had to come outside for a while. You could have just got the lady number. Never said nothing to him because he never asked you for what. You told him, and he found out from what you posted online.
So she called him the next day and asked for this person's number?
Yeah. So when she woke up, I guess when she, after she woke up and she realized she was missing the teeth, she texted him and said, "What's the lady's number?" And like I said, it just seemed funny how he didn't seem to care. Like, I feel like if you was hanging out with somebody, you their friend, you hung out with them all night, you would be like, what? Like, you knocked out 4 of your teeth. Like, what's going on?
I watch a lot of like First 48 and all types of like investigative and all that shit. That's just leading into what I'm saying. Like, this is all things that cops will look at. Like, why are you acting so nonchalant? That's the first thing they be acting. I watched one recently where the father had unalived his kids and his whole family for real, and they kind of seen through the fake remorse that he was giving. So they was like, yo, why are you kind of acting more nonchalant than a normal father and husband that just lost his whole family would? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that, all of this is kind of just, it's one of two things to me. Either she did some dumb shit in the house after she got in there and was drunk. She might have fell. She might have hit some shit. Or he did something to her. It's only one or two. Unless it was somebody in the house that we don't know about. But why would she refuse to say that? Like, I don't understand why she would tell all of this and then not say somebody broke in, somebody was already in there, somebody came in after him. That's what I'm saying. So what does she think happened? Like, has she said what she thinks happened?
No, she didn't say what she think happened, but I feel what you're saying. I think she needs to be the one who put more details out there, because it could have been the thing like you said, where she could have just felt like, all right, where did you wake up at? Was you in the bed when you woke up?
Right.
Did you have clothes on? Was you near the table that when you woke up and all right, the glass broke and clearly you fell into the table? Like,
right.
But my thing with him to clear him, like I ain't trying to clear him because I don't know, but my thing is we don't know what their friendship is. So it's not like we've seen a lot of pictures with these two people together. Maybe he just didn't care because he wasn't that much of a friend to her like that. You know how like some people might, probably in that space, a lot of them just hang out with random people just to be like, yo, I'm going out, let's get a photo op together or whatever. I'm going out, you come out, where paparazzi take some pictures of us or whatever, blah, 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 because we at the club together. Maybe they really don't like each other, or maybe she said something to him that pissed him off while they was there. Yeah, and he was like, I'm just dropping this bitch off. I don't really care what happened after that. She out my, hey, I ain't never hanging out with her again. So when she hit me.
To be fair, I could see something like that happening. Like, he probably was fucking with her from just, seeing her and shit like that on like TV or whatever he's seen her in, and then spent the night at the club and he was like, man, what the fuck is this bitch on? And then he might not have fucked with her. So he might have, that's why I say it is a world where he didn't do anything. Like, it is, I just don't know if we living in that dimension. If we talking Marvel, I don't know if we in universe 818 or if we in 616. I don't know. Sure. I agree though. I agree. She needs to be the one to put more detail on it, and until she does, it very much looks like he did something. I don't know if that's the way she's trying to paint it, but like I said, just from me watching all these like shows and all these documentaries and all this other stuff, if it gets taken to police or anything like that, that's what immediately they're gonna say he's the number one suspect immediately, because he was the last one that seen her before whatever happened.
Yeah, so I guess that's where we at with that one. I guess if you was the one who broke the story, you need to give out more information. Yeah. And like you're saying, I would give out more information if that's my friend to kind of clear his name, because right now it's kind of looking like he did it.
It looked like it. All fingers just point to him.
Yeah.
You was with her all night in the club. You took her home. Whether you went in or not, you the one that took her home. So what happened?
I mean, but like I said, it is a world where he just honestly really don't know. Like, he really did just drop her off, and I really don't know what happened after that. Like, who knows? Maybe she called her boyfriend or something. Maybe, who knows what happened after that? I don't know.
So to end it off, what do you think happened?
I don't know. I'm waiting for more information to come out.
Like, when you first seen it, like what was your first?
I mean, like I said, I believe he had something to do with it, because like I said, the way he was talking about it, he wasn't trying to say her name or nothing. He just kept saying like her, that lady, like what?
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe that's how he talked. I don't know, but like I said, I seen somebody pointing out certain things like why he wasn't concerned, like why somebody was saying that was my friend. I'll pull up and would have checked on her, but maybe he just didn't know her. I don't know. Like you said, at this point, my thing is he had something to do with it. We don't know what he had something to do with it until she clears his name. I guess that's where we at with that.
I'll leave that one at that.
All right, so enough of that. But speaking of unconscious, I did see a video where the girl, I don't know if you know this young singer named Tyler. Apparently she had a situation, I guess, where she was at the club and I don't know if they rossed her or whatever, and something was in her drink, but she seemed to be unconscious when they put her in the car also.
Oh, what? Another one?
Another one.
My bad. I know you probably don't know that meme and shit. That's a little... Yeah, y'all caught that one. But yeah, like what the fuck is going on right now? Yeah, continue. They drug her up.
I don't really know too much about this story because this one just like recently came out, and this looked like one of them ones where they was trying to cover it up, so they was like rushing her to the car, and so when I guess when they was taking the pictures, all you could see was like, I don't know if that was her boyfriend or a bodyguard was carrying her like and trying to put her in the car, and you could see her head looked like it was limp as he was trying to get her hurry up and get her in the car, speed off and get up out of there so people wouldn't see. But this is the girl, I think she had a song called Water. I think she's like a foreign type of singer from somewhere
Yeah,
else. She
yeah, I
ever
know
sang
Tyler.
that?
Make me
Okay.
sweat,
Yeah, yeah,
make
yeah.
me high. That's my shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know Tyler. I fucks with
But
Tyler.
they say her album sales is she bricking right now. So I don't know what's going on
But also, ain't
with that.
she like an overseas type? That one song kind
Yeah.
of just popped for us. You know, it
Right,
was
right,
hot.
right, right,
Bitches
right.
was feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe her numbers over there is pretty good, but over here they said her numbers are doing bad over here.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I don't expect her to do too much over here. Wherever she from, I expect her to do numbers over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think that's why it reached over here. Oh, I knocked my Harry Potter wand down. Bro, I don't know if you realize how much of a nerd your brother is, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna act like we ain't see that one, right? Like we ain't see that, but
Also, I got my man's Groot with me at all times, little baby Groot. Anyway, out of my nerddom.
what
Huh?
Cat Williams say? I don't think I would have told that.
No, just the homie. He could sit on my shoulder for real. I could put him on my shoulder if I need to. He'll stay right there. I rode around with him when we was in Disneyland. That was my homie. He got on all the shit with us.
God.
Tyler. Nah,
I mean, we can like I said, we can move on from the Tyler. We gonna get more information on that. Get back at y'all with that one. But did you see your man Little Nas X running down the street with the tidy whities on?
Now this one I did hear about from Blicky and everybody in the Discord. In case y'all don't know, Lil Nas X, they said he was running down the street in his drawers acting a fool. They said, is it time to get him help? And the headline that was read to me, I don't want to be rude, but now y'all want to get, should we have not been looked into that? Just my initial thoughts on it. My other thought was, okay, he was high off some shit and he ran down the street in his drawers. Like the first time we seen it, usually it's a lighter skinned celebrity doing that, but you know, drugs get to everybody, so drugs are bad. Okay, as I hit my blunt.
Well, from my perspective, bro, I don't think the man need help. I think it was a stunt. I personally feel like this was done strategically, like I guess to get some eyes on him, because we haven't heard from him. We don't. I mean, I guess after Country Roads, like what do we know from him? Like, don't seem like we hearing any of his music or anything. But I think this is just a stunt. I don't think this is like some random situation. He didn't really seem high to me. He seemed like he was fine. I think he was just putting on a show.
And so it was an actual video, or it was just pictures?
No, it's actual video.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a video. I just thought they took pictures of him.
No, it's actual video. But like the way it was, like nobody else on the street, this didn't seem random. Like he didn't seem like out of his mind or anything. Seemed like he was fine. He just kept saying, I don't know where he was. I don't know if you could tell what city it was. It was just like,
I mean, like, because if you look at New York, a picture of New York City, like that's New York.
No.
Okay.
It looked like just a random road. Like it looked like a highway, but it was no cars. Nobody was nowhere to be found. It was just him talking to somebody who was holding the camera, which seems like to me, this was his camera people. They put this all together. It was a stunt. He just kept saying, "Put the phone down. Are you coming to the show?" Somebody, I want to throw the phone. Like he seemed fine to me. It just seemed like a stunt to me. I guess he trying to be relevant some type of way. So people would do anything to get you to start listening to their music again. This would just seem like to me.
Yeah, I mean,
I just feel like he making Nas look bad. Like I know Nas probably like, can we just take that part of his name out? Just call him Lil X.
Didn't J. Cole make a song called "I Let Nas Down"?
Lil Nas just let Nas down.
Yeah, I think the wrong person made that song. I think he made two of them too. But yeah, I didn't know it was all like a whole video and all that. I thought it was just like some pictures, so that's what I was saying. He probably was just like high or something. But if If it's like that and it's on the highway and ain't no cars on the highway and nothing like that, then yeah, that's set up, man. As my man Rosenberg Rao once said, "You see what they do for views." Let me get that on the soundboard. Um, yeah, from how you explained it, it got explained to me different. Yesterday they didn't really like care about shit like that. It was more just us joking on them. So they kind of just like the way it was presented. It was I just thought it was some pictures. Yeah, but if it's all of that, then yeah, I mean, it's either he was high as shit or he set it up. Which neither one is far fetched to me. I mean, see what everybody do for views nowadays. Shit don't surprise me no more, bro.
Yeah, I like I said, I think he was just trying to get some attention, trying to go viral. So he pulling out all the stops. Like we see with him is always some crazy stunts where it's Nikes with blood in them. Like he just tongue kissing the devil, shit. Like come on, bro. He's just always doing the most.
Yeah.
Bro. That's what he
I
did.
never really got into like the shit he was doing. I kind of just was like, bro, you like I get your sexuality, bro. I get it, but you are very over the top for no reason. Like it's a bit much, bro. So I never really paid attention to none of that. I heard people talk about he had like blood. So was it like shoes that had blood? Like it was a pattern, or like
Nah, I think he was trying to like have his own. Like you know how like Travis Scott got like a little deal with Jordan, so every now and then they come up with the Travis Scott Jordans and stuff like that. Like Drake supposed to had a deal with Jordan or whatever. He had his OVO Jordans or whatever. So I guess he was trying to make some type of Nike, and it was supposed, how like the air bubble. I guess supposedly it was supposed to have like actual blood and like it was just like you're just doing too much, bro. Like.
yeah. I mean, I get it, bro. Express yourself however you need to, but I just felt like it was low. Like a lot of the shit he was doing was just over the top. It was just look at me, like. I can't fuck with people like that. That just, if you cause attention, then cool. Like if your aura just like makes us pay attention to you, then okay. But I don't like a motherfucker that's like, look at me, look at what I'm doing, look. And then if y'all not looking at me, I just do some wild shit to make you look at me. And I don't like those type of people, bro. Like you just want the attention too bad. You seeking it instead of just you get the attention you get and you like it. You know what I mean? So it's always just been weird. I never really paid attention to it. So yeah, to me, it just seemed like he was on some high shit. But if it wasn't some high shit, it definitely just seemed like a little publicity stunt. Just to, maybe he got an album coming out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe an album, new song or something. I don't know what's going on, but like I said, I don't really care for him. Like I don't really care about his sexuality and all of that stuff like that. I mean, I did hear people was talking about that. They feel like he's not really gay or whatever.
Yeah.
He don't really like men. I heard that situation. And I mean, I heard somebody from his past said they went to school with him and he wasn't gay in school. But I don't know if that even mean anything because in school a lot of people don't really know if they want to come out or not. So sometimes you can see a guy, you be like, damn, he had all the girls in school and now he don't, he don't like women no more. So I don't think that mean anything because you never seen him mess with a boy in school. That don't mean anything. But I just heard behind the scenes, like he was in certain situations and he like, man, I don't feel comfortable when they came around like, boy, you better get it together. Like, that's the image you trying to sell. Like, you want to make this money, and that's the road you going down. So you got to continue to go down that road. But I don't know.
Now I do think it's wild that if it do come out that he's not, then I think that's absolutely insane. I understand maybe changing, but to come out and be like, yo, I never was really like this. It was all just an act. That would be. How would you feel about that if he came out and said that?
I wouldn't feel no type of way because now I don't know how true this is, but that's like when people be saying that Stevie Wonder can actually see. Like we don't ever be mad at that. Like people actually
I ain't
be
gonna
saying,
lie. If Stevie Wonder could see, I'm mad.
But like we got so many examples of people being like, yo, he can see. Because I think it was Jamie Foxx or somebody just ranted recently was just like, man, like, and he like, man, I see you or whatever. Yeah, and then somebody told a story that he was on stage singing and he stepped over the cord. Like, the mic cord be right there. He just walked and he stepped over the cord. Like, he didn't trip or nothing. He stepped over the cord, bro. Like, he saw it. Like, he stepped over it. Like, they said he be walking up to people like, "What's up?" And he be saying their names. Like, he really, like, no, you had to know, you got to be able to see, who I am. Like, when you walk up to me.
Yo, hold on though, bro. Can you imagine like basing your career off the fact that you like a blind person for like over 30 years, and then the way you get caught in a lie is the fact that you stepped over a cord, bro?
Yeah. So you saying you would be mad?
I'd be pissed, bro. As Stevie can see, I'm pissed, bro.
Hey, but why would you be mad? He can sing and make good songs. He play the piano.
But
why
that ain't
do we
the
care?
point. Yeah, all right. He can do all that, but the thing that amazes was the fact that he could play the piano blind like that. Like,
Yeah, but
I mean, I get when you, I get like when you, it's just like people can type without looking at the keyboard. So I get where the keys are. So but it was still just the fact that how'd you learn music, like all that's incorporated with you. Like you see what Nick Cannon had to deal with in Drumline. I mean, I know it's a movie and shit, but you still gotta like learn music and so it was all of that. So like to find out that nigga you was just sitting there on Google when nobody was looking and just looking at what the notes look like and shit, like this, that'd be ass, bro. Like you still could sing and you still could play the shit out of the piano and shit, but that's ass, bro. So what you fake the funk for? If that's the case, what we doing here?
I mean, it's like everybody else fake the funk. Like, come on now, everybody else faking like they gangsters. People making up stories that they've been shot, making up the number of times they've been shot. Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, like I said, he was making good music. So I at this point, I don't care. I think in the beginning, it was kind of amazing that he was doing it. He was blind after that. Like, all right, Stevie, we know you can play. We know you can sing. We know you can make good music. That's all I care about. Like I said, nobody ain't, as all these stories come out about him, like nobody has said that they cared if he could see.
Nah.
I mean, I feel like if I was him and I could see and I was lying, at this point in time, I'd be like, yo, I got that eye surgery. I'm good now. Like they fixing eyes.
Just lie about it.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm good now. So yeah, back then I was, but I'm good now. So I can see.
I just went and got the surgery yesterday, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm straight. See everything now. Nah, so y'all mean to tell me, bro, y'all would not be pissed to find out this man was like can like see everything, like not even just like nearsighted or farsighted, like the nigga can see, like he got 20/20. You wouldn't be pissed? Damn.
I would have back then, but at this point I'm like, all right, I get it now.
So that's like
I get it.
So that's like, let's use Jay-Z for example. That's like, all right, we sit here and be like, all right, he spit all this real nigga shit. Now, what if it come out that he on all these little lists and doing all this other shit? That had us questioning, like, damn, like, so that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like that. It's like you believe a person is one way this whole time, and then, like, it's almost, we don't fuck with Stevie because he's blind, but it's like, I don't know if I'm articulating it right, but you know what I'm saying though. Like we fuck with Stevie more because he was blind and he had so much talent and shit. It's like we couldn't help but gravitate towards that. So to find out that I don't want to say it's like theorizing, or not even theorizing. I don't want to say that, but just to say if he is hypothetically, if he's not blind, I'd be pissed, bro. Like what the fuck, nigga? I believed you all this time because of this and.
I see what you're saying. Like I see what you saying. Like we should be mad because like if we see that you base your career on a certain thing and then that's not even true. Like the basis of it, like we was amazed that this blind man could play like this. Like he learned, like almost like people was mad at Lance Armstrong. They thought he was. Had his conditions and then he kept riding the bike and he was this good until they found out he was on steroids. And then it's like, nah, brother, nah. Like, no, we got to take all that shit back.
Hold up.
Huh?
What?
You remember Lance Armstrong? Remember he had the cancer? Remember he was riding the bike?
Yeah.
But then he
was lying?
He found out he he was on steroids, and then they like, nah, bro, we gotta take all that back.
That nigga ain't have cancer?
So right, so now we going too far left at this point. We going too far left, bro. Like I don't know if he actually had cancer. I think something came out that he was lying about something. It was either the cancer or he was on steroids. One of the two. Something happened with Lance and
now if he took steroids after, then all right, whatever. But if he was
so hold on. So you saying that because he had cancer, he got to cheat and use steroids and win? And that's okay?
No. I'm not saying that that's okay that he did it if he did it. I'm saying I wouldn't be upset. I would feel the same way I feel about any baseball player that comes out and they said he was on steroids. It wouldn't faze me. Like I wouldn't be upset about it. Like okay, he used steroids. Let's take away whatever we said he did good. Then he. But I'm saying like to find out, it's just like. So, I'm in the wrestling and shit. Roman had leukemia. It went into a remission and shit. Now, if it was to come out and they said that was like some shit for a fucking WWE storyline, I'd be pissed. We fuck with Roman for who he is. I was fucking with him before we found out because it's not like we knew the whole time he was wrestling. But it's like the same thing. Like, bro, come on, bro. You can't fake that. Like, that's not something to like. That ain't something we play about. So yeah, hell yeah. Nah, I'd be pissed about that with Lance. Now if he was taking steroids afterwards, he's like beat cancer and all that, and then when he got back into biking, he started taking steroids. All right, take his little biking whatever championship or whatever they get for that. Take that shit away, but he still beat cancer, so I'm cool with Lance. Right. But if it ain't true, then come on, bruh.
So you'd be mad if Jarrett wasn't really eating no subs and shit. Like, this nigga lied to us, man.
No, fuck Jarrett.
No I don't even know why I put Jarrett up. You had to edit that part out.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Keep that shit up, man. Fuck Jarrett. I won't fuck with him neither.
All right, bro.
But hold on. Did I hear you say something about Drake had some shoes with Jay? I mean, with Jordans?
Yeah. Some OVO Jordans.
I didn't know that. Was they tough?
Yeah. They was cool. I said it wasn't. It wasn't no regular Drake, lame Drake shit. They was cool. I can't remember, but they was like.
Let me look at a pair of OVOJs right quick.
But while we talking about Drake and you looking up the OVOJs. I know you tired of talking about Drake, but did you see the Drake in Family Court?
Drake is in Family Court.
So I need to holler at you and Blick because I told y'all that the Kendrick shit about the daughter was real shit. Now he in Family Court. Why else would he be in Family Court with a woman that's not his baby mother?
That's not Adonis.
Why else would you be in Family Court?
So he's in Family Court, and I'm assuming this was recently because he been trying to do the thing. And he was in there with somebody that was not the stripper, that is the father or the wife or the mother, goddamn, to Adonis.
Yes, it was not her. It was a different lady.
Drake is not married, right? As far as we know.
Well, as far as we know, because I heard somebody saying that this was his wife. So I don't know whether he got married on the low and people don't know, or they mistakenly said wife and this was like a ex-girlfriend or something. I don't know who the lady is, but it wasn't Adonis's mother. She wasn't white. She looks like a light-skinned black woman, and they were in Family Court. So I want you to explain this because I told y'all that what Kendrick was saying is true, and then we cannot put it past him because he already lied about a child once.
Oh no! When you said it, I agree with you. The only thing I always say, which I always leave room for things not to be true, is where is the evidence? I was taught a long time ago, you don't just go off of people's words. So when people say stuff, I might be like, yeah, that is. I might lean with you 80%, but I still got to leave that 20 for. It's the same as we said earlier. Are we in that world of where that didn't happen? So I always leave room for that until it's proof. This would be considered proof, unless that was his wife and they got married and we don't know about it, because as far as I know, Drake was not married. As far as I know, he was fucking with, he was trying to fuck with a bunch of different chicks. So I wouldn't think that that person would be married. So the only other reason that you would be in family court would be for a kid. And if it ain't Adonis' mama, what Kendrick said got to be right.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing though, like even if he tried to lie and say he fed him this information, we all know that some people that was working with Drake are now working with Kendrick. So why wouldn't the people that was close to him that are now working with Kendrick not know? They would probably know if he had a secret baby on the side.
I mean, they would be the ones who would know, but I could also see him hiding that from them too. I think he just, I just like, I don't really think that the people closest to him, I don't really think that they knew about Adonis until he told everybody. Maybe, his family. I think his family knew.
No, somebody knew. A lot of people knew. That's how the information got back.
Pusha T found out?
Pusha, yeah, because people knew. And I don't know if he confided in anybody. Who knows? They might have been there when Shorty ran up on him and was talking, because them two seem like they be beefing all the time. So maybe she was yelling at him and then they overheard him talking on the phone. Maybe she was around and they heard. Or maybe he had to go to the hospital one time and go see him and they was there or heard about this. So
I mean, like I said, if anybody would know, it would be those people who are spending days with him. His OVO people in Cash Money, the people he spend a lot of time with would be the people who know. I mean, like I said, if you're in family court and it's not with the mother of your kid, then all signs point to you have another kid. So until we get more information on that, it looks like Kendrick was pointing in the right direction at least. Because she could be trying to say, do you go to family court if somebody's trying to say that the kid is yours, but we trying to prove that it's not? Is that still family court, or do you go to regular court, or do you just? I mean,
that's probably considered family court where you can go, because Maury might be out of business by now, because I haven't seen Maury in a while.
Do Maury still make new episodes?
Nah, I don't think so. He might be with Dr. Phil, because Dr. Phil going through a lot right now.
That's another episode. I did not know that Dr. Phil was going through a lot.
Yeah, they say Dr. Phil broke and going through a lot right now.
God, but damn, ain't that Oprah Peoples?
Yeah, somebody need to sit down and talk with Phil. He needs somebody to talk. He needs a therapist.
That's Oprah Peoples. Fuck, you need to talk to anybody else for?
We ain't getting into Oprah on this show, brother.
Yeah, we are.
Something for another day.
Another day.
Another conspiracy, another day.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, let me ask you a question, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in therapy? Because in the black community, we never believed in therapy. This is just something new for us. And now all of a sudden, everybody needs therapy. All of a sudden, do you believe in therapy as a black man? Are you going to go to therapy for whatever it is that you need to go to therapy for? Do you feel like you need to go to therapy? Will you ever go to therapy?
Yeah. This is a safe space in our little community. So I was thinking about going. Now, do I totally believe that it will work, or will I feel like I'm just sitting there talking to some random ass stranger about whatever? Still to be seen. That's kind of why I'm going, or I plan on going. But why not? I mean, a lot of people's problems do be that they can't talk to somebody or just vent and feel open enough to say the things that they need to say. So yeah, I mean, I guess for some people I would say yeah, for those who need it, if you don't have nobody to talk to. And it should be talked about more in the black community, because a lot of us grow up, not me, but a lot of us grow up without fathers around, so they don't have a guy to talk to that they can vent to and all this, or they might not feel comfortable with just their mother or just their sister to vent about some stuff, or for even to them to feel like they understand them. Like it's hard to talk to a woman about things that a man should do and feel like she completely understands because you're not a man. So, yeah, I think for those who need it, you should go. I think a lot of shit would be worked out and people wouldn't be so volatile if they just had up anybody, not even a therapist, just a person to vent to. Find somebody that you can vent to. That's really all a therapist is. They just sitting down, taking notes, and letting you vent. So, yeah, I'll probably go. Just to, just to see. And then, like I said, I might walk out of there feeling like, motherfucker, why am I here talking to this stranger who don't know me? And I'm just telling them all my personal business? That's what I'd rather talk to you or like my mother or my father or somebody like that. Like, I don't know. That's to be seen. But I think for those who need somebody to talk to, yes. If you don't have anybody else, go to a therapist. Just to at least get out your frustrations. How about you?
Well, I personally don't believe in it. I don't like it. I don't think it's necessary because I feel like, from what I know, I could be ignorant and not understand what's going on, but from what I see, on, it seems like it's just you there talking, paying somebody to talk, and I don't feel like whatever that people going through. Like, I feel like if we're going to do anything in our community, I think we need to learn how to talk to each other. Because I don't feel like you talking to a strange person who doesn't know your situation. And you know me, I'm a big person of context. If they don't know the really, and I guess that's what they're there for, to hear you talk about the context and put it in perspective. But every time it's not for you to just sit there and feel better because somebody just listened to you and they didn't combat what you had to say. Now, I do believe that there should be a space in our community where we can talk, and there's times where the person don't say anything, they just listen to you talk. But I don't think it's necessarily a good thing when you don't have nobody to combat what you're saying. They just agreeing with what you're saying, like, and you could be wrong, and the therapist just like, okay, cool. And then I feel like they not really that personal with you. I feel like that's why they got the notebook taking notes, so that the next time they see you, because they got so many different clients, they know where they left off at. Like, okay, this person dealing with this, and they writing it down. They don't really know you personally like that. So I feel like I feel like the only way you can solve your issues is talking to the person that you have the issue with. So I feel like we need to learn how to have these conversations with each other. Because, like, let's say, like, if a girl and her mother have some type of issue about something, maybe the mother wasn't there for her at a certain time, and you know how sometimes people don't want to hear when you saying they did something bad. We got to learn how to, either in our own family, bring in somebody else and have them to
Like
hash it
mediate
out and mediate it. Be like, no, let her talk, let her say what she need to say, and you say what you need to say. But it's just talking. But why do you need to talk to a random stranger? You should be talking to the people you have the issue with, and y'all need to hash that out amongst each other, not random person that you don't know. And they probably at the end of the day going to say you need to have a conversation with the person that you in here talking about. So instead of giving these people your money for nothing, I feel like it's a scam. They came up with a new occupation for some people, and they just sit there and take your money to hear you talk. And you should be talking to the people you have the issue with. Your family, bring in somebody in your family to mediate the situation. Let her talk. No, let her, this how she feel. Let her get that out, and then you can say why you did what, and then we can kind of get to the bottom of it. What have you been through in your life, and that's why you let this happen in her life, and that's why you wasn't there, and that's how we should be able to get through it. But I don't think talking to a stranger, what is that doing? I don't get it. I feel like they're just taking your money.
All right. I got a couple. So, have you ever talked to somebody that wasn't like from East Baltimore or any like city or hood or anything like that, and just like vented to them and just explain like shit that's going on in your life and just got their feedback on what they were saying or how they felt about what you were saying?
No, can't say I have.
Um, you you already know, but I let everybody else know. I've always been the guy that's like been cool with everybody. As y'all can see, I got like my nerddom and shit like that. So it's not a lot of black people that get into the shit that I'm into. I got wrestling belt, wrestling shirt, fucking Harry Potter, I video game all the time. Like, so it's not a lot of black people. So I connect with a lot of different people that's not from where I'm from. Like, I still connect with everybody that's from where I'm from. I'm from East Baltimore, so we're gonna connect over that. That's just. But so yeah, I have a lot of conversations with people that's not from where we're from, and it's actually like it's refreshing sometimes. It is annoying sometimes too. I'm not gonna act like it's always, peaches and cream and shit. It do get annoying sometimes because people don't really understand where you're coming from, and then they try to tell you certain things. I don't think that's productive. I think them trying to like knowing that they not from where you from, but still trying to put themselves in your shoes and then giving you just a different outlook is first off, it's a form of therapy because you that's the same concept. You're just not paying for it. That's just what I was getting to. Like I was gonna say, if you've ever done that, then that was a therapy session for you. You don't know that person like that. They're not from where you from. They're not in your family, not like that. But you was able to sit there and talk to them, and you heard their feedback. I've done it plenty of times. There's been times I told them about when cops pulled up on us when we was in the projects with me, Chris, and Sid. Like, I've told people about that, and they gave me a whole different perspective on it. And I still think what I think, but I'm just saying sometimes it's refreshing to hear. Because a lot of times when we talk to people from our same little area, we're going to get the same outcome of however we feel. And it's not always productive. If I feel like I want to go fuck this person up, maybe I need that person that's from that different area that's not like me and, not where we from and brought up in that rowdy ass neighborhood. So it's like, they know, like, all right, man, that shit ain't really that deep for real. You can let that shit go. And then I'm talking black, white, they can be whatever color. Pretty much just you get different perspectives, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like I said, let me turn my cam back on here. Like I said, when it's not productive when the motherfucker just rambling on and just holding their nose up at you because they not from where you from, then I understand that. But a lot of times, like I said, it's just good to. Maybe you thought to go right when this motherfucker thought to go left, and it just made you look like, all right, well, yeah, right did have all bad outcomes. So maybe I should just go left. It ain't that serious. I prefer to keep people around me like that. That's kind of like my form of therapy is being around those type of people to give me those different perspectives. That way I don't always look at, because and I ain't even talking about just me and you coming from East Baltimore. I'm talking about anybody that came up in the type of environment that we came up in. Like, sometimes our first instinct is when we should just be going this way. Like, we should just chill out. Shit ain't really that serious. So it's just, I don't know. All that is, I'm just saying that I use that as a form of therapy. So, I mean, it's just the same shit. Most of the time you don't know those people. When I talk to people at work and shit, and we're just shooting the shit, and you wind up talking about life and shit. You talk about shit that's going on. You don't really know that person like that. You ain't really got no bond with them. It's a form of therapy for real. So I don't really see nothing wrong with. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have that, then yeah. If you have that, then I don't really think you need to go to therapy. Like, you have it, just go do it. You're probably just not doing it. So that's probably why you feel like you need therapy. But if you don't have them people to talk to, I think somebody that'll give you a good perspective, and it's like they taking notes and all that. It's because they got so many clients. Like, I don't really know you, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's cool to accept the fact or to understand the fact that we don't really know each other like that. That's kind of one of the points to therapy, is to get an outlook on something. Because like I was saying, like, a lot of times if you're talking to like your cousin or your brother, they might just side with you just because they family, and that's just what we're supposed to do. We side with family, right or wrong, and I'm gonna step with you regardless. Sometimes you need that person that's not in family or very close to you to be like, well, probably not the best idea. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't have that, then yeah. If you got people like that, like that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I'm gonna try it out, but like I said, I'm not gonna go into it thinking I need it or thinking it's gonna be the world's greatest thing in the world. If it works, then it works. But I feel like I already have a form of therapy by being able to call all the people I can call and talk to. So.
Right. I think that's just what we need to do, call and talk to the people that we know. I think sometimes, but the thing that's really getting me is that when it comes to therapy, people feel like they need to go to somebody else because they're scared to share like certain things, like certain dark secrets they don't want people to know.
Like
and
the people close to them.
Yeah, and because they some things people are ashamed of, so they don't want to tell people certain things. But it's just throwing me off because we live in an age where there is no shame. So why is it that now all of a sudden you got shame when it's something that you need to talk about? Like you live in an era of no shame, so now all of a sudden you got shame.
Because I think to put it in perspective, I think the public outlook. And I really hate to say it because Twitter started off as such a great place. And I remember Twitter like for what it really was. I really blame Twitter a lot for the public perception because everybody got a fucking Twitter now. Everybody. So it's like, it fucked it up. I think the public perception is no shame. But when you step out into the real world, there is shame because people understand it. People, it's not like every single person that you see is out here wilding out. There's people that have sense. So I don't want to make it like that. I just think that's the majority of what celebrities and all that shit is putting out. And public perception is going to go with how the media and all that is acting. So I think that's the public perception. But people in real life have actual shame. Like it's not like you see a bunch of what we was talking about with Lil Nas X 24/7. That's why it's such a big thing. It's like it's not like you see that every day.
I mean, for the most part, I see it a lot to the point where I'm saying to you, like I don't think people have shame anymore because I see it a lot, like a lot. Like it's not like, and I don't want to keep bringing up like back in the day, but it just seemed like things, you can tell things are different now. Because I don't be seeing a lot of shame no more. Like I don't know if I told you, like a couple months ago down here, we had I think it was the Caribbean Festival. Mm-hmm. So me, I'm doing the delivery and shit. I'm doing the delivery, boom, going to the house. I'm coming back out the house. I see a girl, she basically butt naked right in front of me, and the way she looked at me, like, yeah, and like just looked at me, yeah, and like with no shame at all. She butt naked, because like I said, it's the Caribbean Festival. But you know how Drew Hill Park, like it was just so much traffic, so she had to park on the street. I just so happened to be on that same exact street delivering a package. She was just gonna walk over to the park. So, like I said, so when she get out the car. So in the Caribbean Festival, everybody basically had nothing on. Like I ain't gonna lie, it was just ass everywhere. It was just ass everywhere, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, it was ass everywhere. So, like I said, as I'm walking, don't you know how like back in the day we used to sit in the car and change our clothes? Like if you wanted to change your pants, you would sit in the car so nobody would see you and take your pants off and then put whatever.
But not
you
everybody,
doing. Mostly everybody. When you change your clothes, you change them in the car. You didn't go. You wasn't outside of the car changing your clothes. She got out the car and was changing her clothes outside. Like, took everything off, like, and then, like, yeah, this how I'm going to the festival. Took the pants she had on, boom, took them off, and just looked at me like, yeah, what? I said, hey.
But I'm saying though, it's always been people like that though. I will agree that it's more prominent now, but it's always been shit back in high school. Man, listen. It's always been shit like that going on, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like I said, it might be a more natural occurrence, I guess, now. But we've always seen wild shit, bro. I ain't even gonna pick the film. It's definitely different times now, and I definitely feel like I think people still have shame. I think people have way less fuck it. You remember how who was saying that on the? I think it was Cat. He was saying you hit the blunt, you get that fucking in your system, bro. I think this generation has too much of that. Like, our generation still cared about shit. We said fuck it to a lot of shit, but we still cared about some shit. I think just don't nobody give a fuck about nothing no more. I don't think it's no shame. I just think people just don't give a fuck no
more. Well, maybe I'm getting give a fuck and shame mixed up, but I just feel like it don't exist. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I'll be listening. Sometimes I might listen to like the Earthquake little channel. I mean, little show or whatever. And the one thing that me and him do agree on, like he was saying, like this generation don't have no shame. He was like, see, back in the day, like if you was doing a show and you bombed, you did horribly, nobody would see you for the rest of the night. He was like, these kids, they get on stage and they bomb, they set be terrible, and they be right at the party like nothing happened. Like
they ain't just bomb that
yeah,
show.
like they the main, like they the shit. Like, and him like, bro, don't you know your set was just terrible? Like you don't feel bad about it. He like,
but
nah,
that's what I'm saying. They be like, fuck it. They say fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm partying tonight. Like, yo, like, but you don't feel no way that you just did that bad. Bruh. Like it. Like, come on now. Like, nigga be scared to show his face back, and like, come on now. Like,
bruh. So I don't know if I know you got a girl and shit. Now, you know I got a girl roommate, so I watch baddies and shit whenever, she put the shit on. Brother, maybe it is shame, maybe it is too much fuck it. I don't know. Maybe there's the thinnest of lines between it. So that's why we getting it confused. But the amount of times I see them whip each other ass and then go out and party with each other like it didn't just happen, bro. Like, and then they go straight back to the house and fight again. This generation is crazy, bro. And that's all I can say about them is they just they wild, bro. Like, and I know we sound like the old niggas saying it, and I know that's what the older niggas when we was young was saying about us, but like we still cared about some shit. These little motherfuckers don't care about nothing. They don't care. They don't care about the history. They don't care why we do things the way we do it. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna do what they feel like doing. Maybe it's entitlement. Maybe it ain't even one of the ones we're talking about. Maybe it's entitlement. They just feel like
maybe it's just confusion, because I feel like what you just said about like baddies or whatever, but I feel like they just doing that because that's part of the script. Like when you really understand how those shows work, how those girls really don't hang with each other, and they put them in the car, they get them drunk and make them, and stir up shit for them to fight, and then
I don't think the fights be scripted. I think the situations are scripted. I think they put them in situations where they know shit gonna go left.
Right, where it's just a bunch of drinks and everybody drunk and people acting a fool, and then people get to fighting, and then it's like, all right, y'all gotta stay in the house, and everybody know that's how my check coming, so I'm going back in the house. That's one thing. So if you take that scenario out of the show context, somebody gonna get shot over that situation.
Yeah.
Now in this time, sure. So you can't you ain't just squabbling with somebody and you knock them out and they just acting like nothing happened. They so embarrassed. I got to kill you now because. So I just feel like maybe it's confusion.
Like, levels of get back.
Yeah, like I don't like I said, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know, but
bro.
I guess since we talk about shame and no shame, let's talk about this Dubai girl situation. So I don't know if you know anything about this situation.
I know very little, but I know you know more than me, so just fill me in. Oh, whoa. Pause.
Pause.
Just let me know what you know about the situation. Jesus Christ.
All right, so basically it was a girl on the podcast, and she was just basically explaining to the lady that was running the podcast, basically that she had a friend that would always go to Dubai, and every time she came back, she would always have like a bunch of money, and she would always take a shopping and get her hair done and all this.
Came back
so
with
she
the
was
basically,
so basically she was saying like, damn, I always see you go there and get money. I want to get money too. Like, I'm the type of friend where I don't want you always buying stuff for me. I can go put in some work. Let me know what it is that you doing. So she like, shorty take her to some little like hidden club somewhere, and it's like to kind of like.
Is this the girl telling the story about her homegirl, or like how's the story being presented? Like,
Well, she's telling the story about her homegirl, basically.
so was she
It's not.
saying like she was ready to
She
put
just
work in? That's what I was trying to
yeah,
get to.
yeah. Well, when she's saying work, she don't know what she's doing. She just saying
But I'm
that
saying like
I don't.
she probably
Yeah.
thought she was gonna be like drilling and shit like that, or selling some drills or something like that. Like,
Well, I guess what she was just trying to say, I'm just not the type of friend that's going to take from you. I would rather earn some money, however you earning it.
okay,
Like she don't
so
know,
whatever
so
you
she's
doing.
like, I just don't want to be the friend that lets you go do whatever, and then I just sit home and get shit from you. Like I want to, I want to help you out in
Yeah,
whatever it is that you doing. Like I don't know what it is that you do. So maybe she, like I said, maybe she thought she was just a dancer or something, or maybe she just
had the
taking some guys
OnlyFans
out.
popping or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, or maybe just taking a guy out there, going to dinner with him. Like, oh, I can do that, and we both can get money together. That way, I'm just not taking from you. Maybe
Yeah,
I can get some money. Maybe I can spend some money on you next time because you always taking care of me. So let me get your nails done. That's basically what she was trying to say.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
she
got you.
like, all right, the girl takes her like to some like little secret club or whatever, kind of trying to ease her into it or whatever, like because she know what she do that is not like for the weak at heart or whatever, I guess. So she take her to some club. They go there, and I guess um she was kind of thrown off at the club, but she was like, she was ready to go to Dubai, and the girl tells her like, look, before we get on this private plane, because the girl was flying private jets. I don't know why you wasn't kind of putting two and two together. She don't have no jet. She flying private jets and all this, going back and forth to Dubai with all these people with money. She doing something strange for this change. So anyway, she like, look, I don't know how to tell you this, but while I'm over there, I'm getting pissed and shitted on by guys.
Hold on, bro. You started going in the house. She was opening her mouth and all that shit.
That's what the girl said. This was on YouTube.
This was on YouTube.
Yeah. But anyway, the girl was getting urinated on. Guys were defecating on her. So
Yeah,
the girl
doing
kind
their
of was.
business.
So the friend was weirded out about this. She couldn't believe it.
Of course.
So how do you feel about this? Like, so let's say this girl is going over there doing these things, and she's coming back with 50,000. Right? How do you feel about this?
I feel like if you letting people do all that to you and you only coming back with 50,000, you was a dummy. That's number one.
All right. So what do you what is your price on that? Like, what would you think the price is for that?
Now I don't have a price for that because ain't no type of shit I'm gonna be into on either side of it. Like, I don't personally have, but I'm saying like if you're the type to be getting into some shit like that and you only coming back with 50, you might as well stay. What's the point of going over to Dubai? You can get that here. Would you just want to go over there to see it? You just like Dubai? Second off, what was the outcome to the story? What did the friend do? Did she not join in? Did she did she stop hanging out with Shorty? Like what?
Yeah, of course. She stopped hanging out with her. I think she stopped talking to her. She didn't go. She wasn't going to let that happen to her. So she was weirded out about the whole situation. She couldn't believe it. She basically was calling her nasty. Can't believe you did that, but
Yeah, nah. That's a little too much. Now I can understand if you want to go over there and get piped down and all that, then cool. But you going over there for that? That's insane work. I just stopped being cool with the two. Would you still be cool with the person? Like, say you just be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. Would you still be cool with that person though? Knowing that that's what they do?
I personally would, but she did say that she was kind of upset because she felt like this was a person that she was sharing meals and stuff with, like they drinking out the same straws and stuff like that. She like, and you mean to tell me that I've been drinking out the same straw as you and all of that? She did say that, but me personally, I'm gonna just tell you how I feel about the situation.
Ew, they probably share blunts and all type of shit.
Yeah, all type, all drink,
I
food,
ain't even
all
think
types of
about
stuff.
all that
Yeah,
shit.
they probably had like sushi. She grabbed the sushi with her bare hands.
They eating fries together. She
Yeah,
just
like
digging in the fries and
yeah.
shit.
She double dipping the nuggets.
Hell nah, bruh.
Nah, but like I said, personally, bro, I wouldn't have stopped being a friend, bro. I feel like I can't knock nobody hustle, bro. If she got a hustle that she can deal with, that she can take and she could keep going over there, I just personally wouldn't do it. I can't do it. It ain't no price for me for that. And I hope ain't no price for none of my women for that or nobody I deal with. I couldn't be with her after that. But I can understand. I can't knock nobody hustle, bro. If she can
Like
tolerate that and
so,
take a
like
shower
if
and
she called you and was like, "Yo, let's go chill," like not even on no like fucking type shit. She was just like, "Yo, let's just go chill." Like that's still your homie. Like you still.
yeah, hey, I'm gonna chill with her, but I know now that like we can't share no fries or nothing. Like ain't no nah. You can't get none of my Slurpee, none of that.
Nah, all right.
We ain't doing
So
that shit.
Jay Z told me you can't knock the hustle.
Yeah,
I
you can't
get
knock
it.
nobody
I
hustle,
get
bro.
it, bro. But he ain't saying that song. You gotta be cool with that person though. I'm sorry, bro. I can't kick it with you, bro. Nah, hell nah. That's what you going over there doing? What? And you? Nah. And it ain't even on no like Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar, just on the chest. Like, that's your breakfast? Breakfast in Dubai. That's what you doing. Come on, bro. Nah. I can't be cool with you. I ain't gonna knock your hustle. If that's what you want to do to get your money, go do it. But I also say that about a lot of other occupations. I say that about OnlyFans people. I say that about fucking trash people. That's how you want to go get your money. Go get it. And I ain't gonna knock what you're doing. But I ain't gotta be cool with you.
Bro, like I said, bro, I really, I wouldn't care, bro. I wouldn't care. That's none of my business. What you do over there is none of my business. You, if that's how you making them, that's how you making your money, and you cool with that, and you can live with yourself after that. I'm cool with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I can still be your friend. I just know how to carry you from now on. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna knock nobody hustle. My thing with this whole thing is that how like I say, I know it's, to me, it's a lot of money, right? As a person who probably got like $1,000 in their bank account, 50,000, that's a lot of money. That's like a whole year's work for people, and you can get that in a weekend, let's say, a couple days. My problem is that, how did you get yourself in that situation where you got to keep going? My problem is that, when are we gonna get to a point
Well, you don't gotta do that.
where we start doing the right thing with our money? Like, why are we so in love with labels, and why are we doing this to get purses and Birkin bags and all that type of stuff? Like, it's just a purse with a name on it. It doesn't do anything different than any other purse. Why are we paying $20,000-$30,000 for purses? Why are we so in love with name brand shit? Like, I don't get that. Why we became slave to names? Like, that's the part I don't understand.
There's two factors. I don't like to sound like a know-it-all, but I kind of know this answer. I really believe it's two major things that led us on the course that we in. Celebrities stopped caring about the shit that they did. They just started doing whatever. And social media. Really just Twitter. Again. I blame those two. Celebrities, people always want to live the celebrity lifestyle. So if celebrities are making these name brands so popular and making it like a must-have, that's what society is going to do. And if they acting like a fool to get it and not caring about what they're doing, i.e. the OnlyFans, the showing off everything, and you got the guys out here doing the dumbest shit for money, like the shit that they don't even really like doing, like So I mean, you see all that. So it's gonna be people imitating that, and then, like I said, with social media, it gave us literally a way to check or like give like in real time checkups, I guess. So what you doing? So in that, it made people feel like if I'm not doing the best thing to get everybody's attention, again, like I said earlier, that attention, that's what they got to do something crazy then. So they got on social media, started doing all the crazy shit. That's why social media now, I mean, with X, at least I guess it's called now, there's no filter on that motherfucker. You can say and literally do whatever. You can post your porn on there. You can say whatever you want. And you don't get blocked or nothing like that. That's why it's like that now. I'm telling you, bro. Twitter and people wanting to be like the celebrities that we see, and the fact that the celebrities just don't give a fuck. The people in entertainment don't care, so why would the people that's trying to be like them? And if all of the entertainment people talking about, I gotta have this Birkin bag, or it's Birkin or nothing, and all these other name brands they throw out there, if that's all they blasting, then.
But I just, like I said, I just don't get how we just fall for anything. Like when you even if that's what they doing, like when you look at let's say a Birkin bag, right? Mm-hmm. What is so special?
What's so special about the Birkin?
I'm just saying, like, what does it do that another bag can't do? Let's say there's a bag at Target that's $30, right? Mm-hmm. What does the Birkin bag do that this bag doesn't do? Like, I thought it was just the whole shit.
It can get me views on social media, and the bag from Target can't.
But that bag causes you to go to Dubai to get shitted on. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at what we have to do to get these things right.
Oh,
like,
I totally agree with you, and that's what I'm saying. So if the celebrities don't care, then why? I ain't saying that there's celebrities out there that claim that they doing that same thing that Shorty from Dubai was doing, but I'm saying, like, if the celebrities are already putting out that image of you do whatever you need to do to get whatever you want, it's no standard. If you got these people, everybody trying to emulate them, it's no standard then. Because if you're telling everybody to do whatever, then whatever is presented in front of somebody, they gonna do it because they want to get the Birkin bag so they can get the views. They want everybody's attention. That's all it is.
No, but what I'm saying is that I don't get how we not understanding that we don't need to chase these things, because all it does is, in the end, it's just a bad thing. The outcome is always going to be bad at the end, right? So let's say even if you wasn't the person going to Dubai getting defecated and urinated on, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you just a regular 9-to-5 worker, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to work, let's say McDonald's, you're making $700 a week. Why do you think that you're supposed to go buy $200-something pair of Jordans? You're supposed to, go buy $100 Nike sweatshirt or something like that, and $100 on a Nike sweatsuit, or whatever it is that you're trying to get to look a certain way, or you save up your money to take these trips to Dubai because you want to post pictures and say that you in Dubai. Then you come home and then you behind on your bills. I know people that got case money, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000, and now they broke because all they did was go out and buy designer things, right? So like when we was having that conversation about get back, right? Mm-hmm. So I know a person who got a settlement check, had $100,000, right? So they in a store, at a name brand store. Well, they come over to the person's house and they see the person with a bag with a name on it. So let's say it ain't even got to be like a high price Birkin bag. It was like one of those high price bags, but not that, like a Chanel bag or something.
Yeah, and they come over Birkin expensive, but expensive.
It was an expensive bag. So they come over to the person's house. They say, "Girl, what are you doing with that bag? You can't afford that bag." And they saying this because they got all this money, right, in the settlement, right? So now, fast forward 3 years later, that person's so broke that the person that they were saying didn't have the money is now buying their daughter something for her birthday, right? Because they were so silly and had to buy all this name brand shit. They ran through all the money. Now the person that you were saying was so broke is now buying you something. And I told the person, I said, you an idiot, because I would have told them the same way they told me I couldn't afford it. I'd be like, girl, why are you touching that? You can't afford that. That's how you. I would have been petty just like that. Like you was petty to me. Why can't it be petty to you now?
I'm telling you, bro, it's all for attention. You ain't hearing me. How I'm gonna stunt on these niggas on the gram if my bills is paid and I can't buy these J's, nigga? How? How I'm gonna stunt on these hoes? I got to stunt. I got to stunt. That's all they talking about in the rap videos. I got to stunt.
I'll teach you how to stunt, huh?
Come on, brother.
Like I said, bro, it just makes no sense, bro. Like you paying thousands of dollars,
paying bills,
thousands of dollars for a T-shirt that you can. That's the same T-shirt, just got a name on it. Like, when did we become slaves to names? Like, and that's crazy because your man 21 Savage just put out a post because I think he was at he was at a game or something, and I guess people was saying something about what he had on, and he was like, he put out a post like, man, y'all some ducks if y'all think I'm gonna spend all this money on an outfit to wear it once. Like, well, y'all really tripping.
But it sound good in the song because he damn sure said it in the song. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know nothing about that. I didn't hear him say it. I just saw what he said. Maybe he grew up though.
He didn't. I don't remember who it is that exactly said I don't wear it more than once, but somebody definitely said that. But I'm saying he talks like that. He talks about name brand, designer, all that shit in his songs. So he can say that when he's sitting courtside. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying about the reality versus what I need it to look like. Like, he knows. Like, he know. In reality, like, nah, nigga, I'm not paying $100,000 for a shirt when I got all this damn money and I can just spend $50 on a shirt. And this shirt probably look better. Probably doing more. And all the $1,000 shirt is just gonna say Balenciaga. It ain't gonna have nothing special on it. It's just gonna say Balenciaga.
Right.
Why the $50 shirt got all types of crazy shit going on, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. But as you can see, like I'm saying, he'll say it in the song, but he know the reality of what's going on. The problem is the actual people listening and buying and streaming the songs and shit like that don't understand what we saying right now. And they think that's I gotta be like that 24/7. But it's not. I don't want to keep making things like it's new, because Kanye been said it. He said we the new slaves. I mean, people been saying this. We slaves, whips and chains and all that. Like,
yeah, but Kanye still was the same person who said I spent $500 on this just to say, nigga, you ain't up on this. So,
but what was that song about? That's the line he said, and that is what he's saying he was thinking.
Yeah,
but that's not what that song was about, though.
Yeah, he was so. I mean,
right? It's about being self-aware. He was self-conscious.
Yeah, regardless, he still was doing it, and that's who he. That's who he been his whole career, though.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying the message of that song is not go buy it. No, the message is I did it.
I get the message, but I'm saying he still, even though he know what he doing wrong, he still is doing it. Like, once you know what you're doing wrong, you should stop doing it. Like, he know what he doing wrong and he keeps doing it. That's why he called himself the Louis Vuitton Don. He's that guy. Like,
that part of it, I don't understand how he's selling clothes and the clothes are so expensive and all that. That I don't. I mean, I guess I get what he's saying. Like, if they gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it too and get the money. But if you've been preaching about this your whole career and all that, then I agree with the look, because it was going for a look of like he was trying to be different. Wasn't trying to be like the fancy and all that. So he was making the shirts with the holes in them and all that shit, make it look a little more like raggedy and shit. So I understood that. So if you would have made that like a cheaper clothing line, then yeah, cool. Then that's pretty much what you was preaching. Like you don't got to do all that, and you can still look fly, I guess. But once you started selling the shit for thousands of dollars and all that, it's like, all right, bro, you kind of lost the message there in yourself, you know?
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Even though he was preaching that message, he was still living another way. Like if you really look at Kanye, he all about designer. He's big into fashion. So he was buying all that stuff that he was saying that because he was self-conscious that he was buying. It didn't matter that he identified the problem. He still was doing it.
But wasn't it a time before he made the Yeezy clothing line and shit, he was wearing like cheaper shit?
No, he wasn't. He always had fancy shit. That was his whole thing. He was always into fashion. Even though he had a book bag on, he still was wearing the flies of shit, and he tried to just throw the backpack on with it.
True. That is true. I don't know, but because like when they was talking about the blood diamonds and all that, he did stop wearing like those type of diamonds. So I guess that's more what I mean.
Right.
Stuff like that.
But he still went.
With the fashion,
he still
and all
went.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. It was a difference in what I was thinking about than what I said.
Yeah. Now I feel what you're saying, that he was like the first person to admit it, but he still was living that lifestyle. Like he still was buying the chains. He was still the one who was talking about he spent so much money, his black card wasn't working, but boy, when my black card back, I'm back. Yeah, he was still doing all of that. I went to Jacob with 25,000 before come on. That's always what he been
But
about.
that's all his older stuff though. Like in his newer stuff, it was more like
he the same way. He's still Louis Vuitton Don.
He is still Louis Vuitton Don.
Yeah.
But I guess so. I'm just saying, I don't think it's a new thing. People have been new it. Whether he chose to keep living that way or not is a different thing. But we've been new, and like I said, I think now it's just more prevalent and more abundant, I guess.
I think it's probably like the same. But what I'm saying is, when are we gonna learn? Like, all right, let's move on. Like, all right. We shouldn't be slaves to names. Like we shouldn't be ruining our lives trying to acquire shit and doing shit we ain't supposed to be doing, trying to get these things. Like
especially when most of those names in the long run wind up being people that don't even like us.
Right. Don't know you, don't care about, don't want you wearing their stuff. You can't even pronounce half of the stuff. You don't know where it's from. You don't know anything about it except it costs a bunch of money.
I think it's crazy. Like the shit. I don't even know about what white folk wear, what their high fashion and all that is. But I guess it don't even really affect them because their people made it. So I guess it's just for black people. Like it's always been like that. Like out the Tommy Hilfiger. I think Polo at a point said they ain't really fuck with us like that. Like all the ones that we support the most wind up in the long run. We either find out later or even when they like just pop off, we find out that the motherfuckers be racist. Gucci, Louis Vuitton now. Is Kanye even still Louis Vuitton Don? I gotta think of that now because it came out and said that Louis Vuitton was racist. So it's like, when we gonna learn? I agree with that. I don't think it is a point where we do. Because like I said, until the celebrities stop making it such a prevalent thing, then it's always gonna be that section of people who be like, nah, I just got a ball and stunt, bro. And right now, that group of people is the loudest in the room. Fucked up, but
like I said, I just feel like it's been going on for a while.
Oh yeah, definitely been going on for a minute.
I feel like it's still going on. I just want to know when we're gonna stop being slaves to name brands and all that other goofy stuff. So
I mean, the what we call them, backpackers, back when like the Lupe fiascos and all them, that's what they was talking about. That's all the type of shit that they was talking about. We just and it's the same now. Motherfuckers that hit you with that little meme. No, I don't want to hear that shit, Sharif. So you try to tell motherfuckers the right way. That's all they hit you with.
Yeah. Like I
said, man. Hear that preaching?
That's why I be trying to tell you, bro. I'm no longer on my trying to save the world tip no more. Like, man, it is what it is, bro. At this point,
I
you
can't
can't.
help it. At the end of the day, I love my folk, so I'm always gonna try and help them. I don't really think we're on the right path, and I think that's a topic that we definitely gonna dive into on a separate episode because we got some talking to do.
Yeah.
Well, we got some talking to do. But I'm always like, and it ain't like I feel like I know everything and know the right way to how to live and all that shit. But I can tell you that this path that we on of not giving a fuck about nothing, our history is about to die, bro. And it ain't gonna be because they taking it out to schools. It's gonna be because y'all motherfuckers don't care about that shit. Don't blame the schools for taking it out when y'all sitting in history class on your phones and all that shit. Y'all showing that y'all don't give a fuck. They sitting right there trying to teach y'all about that. And the crazy part is school don't. Boy, y'all gonna make me go on a rant. School don't even teach you about the most important Black history. But they do try to teach you a little bit. At least they do give you that month that y'all try to sit there and listen. But what do y'all do during that month? We just gotta care about something, bro. I got high every day before high school, like every day. When I started smoking at 15, so every day, every morning. But I still went in math class because I knew, like, yo, if I don't listen to nothing else, this math gonna teach me something. When I'm in history class and it's Black History Month, I'm locked in. All the other months, I don't really give a fuck. Don't really care. Whatever I cling on to, I cling on to, and I learn and I know it. But for the most part, I don't give a fuck. But Black History Month, I'm paying attention. Let's care about something. It's okay to care about something, brother. Jesus.
Well, while we on the topic of school, brother, I had a question for you, but I guess it's some type of conspiracy thing that's going around. You know me, I love a good conspiracy. I'm a top scholar conspiracy theorist,
Captain
A1.
Conspiracy.
So I saw a conspiracy. I wanted to ask you about it. Why they was talking about why you think they don't teach kids how to do cursive anymore, how to write and read in cursive anymore?
Ooh, we can get into it on this episode then. That's just what I wanted to get into that. That's what I was getting into about on the last shit. Listen, whenever I wind up having kids, I really am thinking about just homeschooling my kids. As I grew up, maybe I just need to get into what schools talk about nowadays. Maybe it's different. But when I was coming up, bro, as I've grown older, I realized half of that shit that they told me didn't matter worth a fuck. The important shit that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, they didn't teach me none of this shit in school. And I wish somebody would have gave me some type of heads up about at least some of the shit that we go through. I think cursive falls right in line with that. Who the fuck uses cursive? Unless I'm signing my name, I never use cursive. Never. And even when I sign my name, it ain't even really cursive. I make the J in cursive and scribble the rest. I make a big ass D, pause, in cursive, scribble the rest, and hook down for the Y. Who uses cursive like on a regular basis? Like, yeah, let me write this letter out. I'm gonna write the whole thing in cursive. Like, this not the fucking not 1820s, bro. We're not writing with a fucking quill and ink, brother. We don't. Just put that shit in fucking regular, man. But that's what I'm saying. You spend like a whole year of school learning cursive. Bro, teach me something else. Maybe that's just me, bro. Maybe that's all the important shit. Somebody could have told me all the shit I was gonna deal with in my goddamn 30s back in motherfucking high school, and maybe I'd have did some shit different in my 20s. Maybe I'd have like planned for this shit a little different.
So I guess you okay with them not teaching cursive anymore?
Yeah, no, fuck that cursive shit.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I guess this topic been coming up because people been putting cursive in front of these young kids and they looking like, what in the hell is this? But I'm hearing the conspiracy is the reason why they stopped teaching cursive is because of what you just said. This is not the 18 somethings.
Yeah,
So the conspiracy is that all of the documents from back in the day are written in cursive. So what they are planning for us, people like me and you who know cursive, to die off. So then once we die off, they are able to say,
oh, this is what this says.
this is what this says.
Since you don't know it.
Don't know what it says, I can tell you what it says.
All right, but to combat that, just off the bat, I don't even know if you're done. My bad for interrupting if you're not done. But just to combat that off the rip, they got Google and Chat GPT. And so all they gotta do is they don't even have to write it out themselves. They can take they can get a picture off of Google, put the picture into Google, reverse image, and find out everything it says. And it'll be right there in plain English. It won't be in cursive.
This is very true, but at the same time, I don't know if you saw the whole another conspiracy about Hitler. So,
oh Lord,
some guys use Google Translate to basically figure out what Hitler was saying, and I don't know how to say
because it was
this.
in German. Right.
Right. So they wanted to know what he was actually saying, and from what they was gathering, they didn't feel like what was being taught to us is actually what he was actually saying. They didn't think it was bad as it was presented to us. So in that same token, like you're saying, people was asking in the comments, so why nobody that was German or spoke German never conveyed this to us, what he actually said? Why did it take all of these years for us to finally figure out what exactly he was saying? Like, why didn't nobody ever say anything?
All right, so step by step with me. So he said all what he said in his speeches and all that, and nobody ever really knew what the fuck he said all this time.
Exactly. Or people knew, they just, you know how they made us feel like he was so bad, like look at how he's saying it, like, so
they just did a rough translate. They didn't even it wasn't a verbatim what we got taught.
Like, that's what I'm saying. What did you get taught that he said? That's what I'm trying.
I don't even know what he said in the speech. All that was told to us was he was fucked up and he didn't like nobody unless you had blonde hair and blue eyes. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So why didn't nobody that was German come and say, no, that's not what he was saying, this is exactly what he was saying? Why? So why didn't nobody do that? Why did we have
that's what I was getting to.
Translate?
So, step by step. So it's a lot of Americans that also speak German.
That's what I'm saying. So why nobody never said this? that's what I'm getting at.
So the conspiracy is that I don't even want to keep saying his name because I don't know how you two feel about it, but they saying that he wasn't that bad.
That's what they're saying. From if you actually watch the video and what he's saying, they're saying like he's not really saying anything like what you think he was saying.
All right. So, but aside from what he was saying, what about what he did? Still no denying that.
Well, when you listen to what he was saying, it kind of shows you why he was doing what he was doing. He basically was saying like, somebody did something to my people, so I'm doing that to them. That's basically what he was saying.
He's saying his people is the blonde hair, blue eyed people?
No, he was just saying that his people were being treated and done a certain way.
But I'm saying his people as in who? Who was his people?
I guess Germans, whoever he had that he was protecting.
Who did anything to Germans? That's what I'm trying to get to.
That's what I'm trying not to say. I'm trying not to say that on here, bro. I'm trying not to say the wrong things.
No, you good. If we gotta edit, we edit. But
okay,
who did something to his people?
Just do what you need to do. Edit this part out. What he's trying to say is that if you really go back and do your history, they said that the Jews were kicked out of a lot of different countries for doing foul shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what Kanye has been trying to tell us this whole time, while they're trying to tell us that he's crazy. He's just trying to get you to see what they're really doing, that they're playing the victim when they are doing a lot of stuff. So I don't know if you've seen this old interview of Denzel Washington, right? They got this old interview of Denzel Washington where Denzel Washington was talking about how he was in this studio, and the studio was ran by Jews, right? So they was trying to make this movie called like the Unkillable Nigga, where it was a movie about a nigga that wouldn't die. So they came to Denzel like, we think it's going to be a great movie. It's going to be so funny. It's going to be a scene where we try to shoot him and the nigga won't die. We try to hang him and the nigga won't die. And he said, oh yeah. He was like, so it's just like when we take you to a bathroom and tell you that you're going to take a shower and we gas you and kill all of y'all, right? That's what you're saying, right? So basically what Kanye is trying to say is a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes. So if you see is an interview with Kanye is naming all the companies that are ran by these people. If you can see that they clearly run everything. They're playing the victim. So I don't know if you saw, it's this new commercial that came out. So I feel like people are about to start seeing through this. So it's a new commercial that I just saw where I guess they're trying to get in front of this. So in the commercial, it's I guess some Jewish people, and they move. I guess they live in this neighborhood, and then somebody spray painted the garage with these anti-Semitic symbols, and the little girl comes out of the house like, "Mommy, who drew that like on our wall?" She's just like, "Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, don't worry about it. Mommy, something." Put the girl in the car, and it's this guy who's across the street. He's watching all of this. So when she pulls off to take the little girl to school, he comes back and paints over it. And then there's like this whole little slogan like let's stop the hate, anti-Semitism and all this other stuff. It's like they're trying to get in front of it before people catch on.
That's because of what's going on with the war. I don't know if it's a war or what, but that's what's going on over there. So I get why they doing that. I've been heard a lot of this stuff about. I mean, even I don't want to speak too incorrect here, but in the Bible, wasn't it Jewish people that hung the Lord or Jesus?
Listen, there's something that I really don't want to get into. I don't know about,
but that's what I'm saying. So that's what it's a lot of things that I've heard about. So pretty much, Yo was Jewish. That's pretty much what he trying to say. That's why he would. So he's saying people came at him.
Yeah, he was saying that these people were been doing some foul stuff to his people. They trying to come over. Yeah, right. So that's why he was basically
trying
killing
to get rid of the Jewish.
Get rid of them, run them out his country the same way they've been ran out of 3 other countries or whatever for doing whatever they was doing. Basically, that's what he was saying. That's basically what all he was saying.
And this came out to be factual. Like this is actually what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would have to Google Translate for myself, but there's a video where there's 2 guys there doing it, and you can actually, it's telling you what he's saying, and you can like hear what he's saying.
I mean, if that's true, that's pretty fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's like a very big thing in history. So if that's true, that's absolutely insane. It's insane that nobody took the time out to actually like translate this before.
Right.
So even if it ain't what he was saying, like why is it taking till now to even think about, oh, maybe we should actually translate this instead of like just trying to do it like a rough draft of what the motherfucker said.
So like I said, I don't know what made these people do this. Maybe they already knew and they was just like trying to tell people, because like I said, they had like a lot of facts. Like not only did they play the clip, they was like telling the history of it. Like that's how I knew they was saying that these people have got kicked out of other countries for doing this stuff, what they were doing to people.
Oh boy. Yeah, nah, I like I said, I think that's crazy. We can definitely like keep locked in on that and just get more information and all that on it.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely a crazy story to me.
And I
Like,
think I sent it to you. I think I sent it to you.
I mean, I mean, so how would if all that's fact, how would you feel about that?
Like I said, like I said, I don't really know how I feel about it. Because I don't know if I agree with what he was doing to people.
Yeah, nah,
Maybe
I definitely don't
maybe
agree with what he was
like
doing.
maybe it's a different way of doing it. Um,
Them levels of get back.
but I think it's one of them things like you be saying all the time. Yeah, I definitely sent it to you. I sent it to you on Thursday, August the 7th.
All right, bet. I look at it.
Yeah. So uh yeah, it's like you be saying all the time about like what's the superhero guy that I be talking about all the time? That was on the Marvel joint. The villain.
Killmonger?
The, huh? No, the one I just asked you, was he the greatest villain of all times?
Oh, Thanos?
Thanos.
Yeah.
Remember you were telling me that Thanos just had like a certain belief. He thought he was doing the right thing. Like he believed in something and he thought he was doing the right thing. It's almost like when you see people running into buildings with bombs, they think they're doing the right thing. Somebody told them something and they think they're doing the right thing. They're like, most people like that's killers, like they was reading something, like they read a Bible and all right, I think this is what God want me to do, like want me to kill this person and all this. Like they have some type of belief, they believe they're doing right. Because I heard like
So you
a
saying
lot
that
of
you
those,
think Hitler, what's his name,
yeah,
was
he
just
thought
doing
he
what
was
he
doing,
was doing
he
right?
thought,
Okay.
yeah, what he
What
thought
was
was the
doing
right
right
thing.
for
Yeah,
his people. Okay.
yeah, right,
Because I want to ask something, but it's going to be off of that.
right.
I don't want to make it into that one. So go ahead.
No, that's all I was saying. I think, some people just think that in their
They doing the
mind.
right thing.
Yeah, because I heard like them people that be running into places with bombs and stuff, and they somebody told them, or if they read something that said that in the afterlife, when if they do this, they'll have 5 wives or whatever. They will be blessed with 5 women or whatever. Say believe in their mind, they like, all right, I do this, I get to live for eternity with 5 wives, that I can sleep with 5 different
I
women.
thought you meant running into a building with bomb to try to save somebody.
No,
And I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, no,
oh, you mad at people
no,
being a
no,
hero? I was like, damn.
no, 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 no,
Okay, I
no.
see what you're saying. That's why you said Thanos, because villain shit.
Yeah,
All
villain.
right,
Yeah.
so to that, just to that point, flat out, I ain't gonna get into what I was gonna talk about with it. That's it's a fine line. I don't think taking people out is ever in the equation. So I guess I'll start with that part. But doing what you think is right, if other people think is wrong, it just is all from a standpoint. So if you're doing something that you think is right or that you feel is right, that if you're not harming nobody, then who am I to say? If you are harming people, then I don't care if you're right or wrong. Like that ain't really your call to make to take people out. So I go with that, and then I get your thought on it, and then go into what I was gonna talk about.
No, I mean that basically is my thought on it for real. I just think that sometimes people think they doing the right thing. Whatever, because a lot of people believe in things. So like, let's say like people who really religious, like they really believe in the Bible, so they believe it
Yeah.
100%. So if
Guilty.
it said, yeah, if it said a certain thing, that's what they live by. So whatever these people religions are, and they getting taught these things, and somebody, or it could be somebody just teaching them this. Because like in our culture or whatever, it's not a lot of people that actually read the Bible. They go to church so somebody can interpret it for them because they
Yeah.
don't want to read the Bible on their own. So
Right.
you're left busy, left under somebody's mercy of, are they telling you
Hoping
the
they
right
telling you the
thing?
truth.
Yeah, right. So a lot of people get caught up in situations where they feel like somebody told them something and they believed it to that extent, and they like, because a lot of people believe in sacrifice. A lot of people say like, all right, somebody got to die for this to happen. So that's just, casualty of war. Like that person had to go because
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
True. Now, on the lighter side of that, it still go along with like conspiracies and shit like that. It don't really gotta be the Thanos part of it, but like, do you think that was the right thing to do? Like just on a like conspiracy level, like him taking out, because the reason, I'm pretty sure because you said that's one of your favorite villains, but just for anybody who don't know, the reason he did the snap and all that in the movies, he did it in the comics for a completely different reason, but in the movies he did it because he was saying that all the resources in the universe are just finite. Like everything is finite. Like everything has an expiration. So the more people, the more creatures, organisms, whatever, is draining those resources faster. In order to slow this down and let life live in the long run, he wiped out half of the earth. So the half that live could be in a better universe. Do you think that's right?
I personally, no, I don't think that's right. I don't think. See, I think it's what we keep saying though. I think that's not his call to make, but I think he thinks, or people that think like that, think that that's their calling to do that.
Yeah,
Somebody
you don't gotta keep it in the
them
context of Thanos, just like in that type of situation.
Right. I think that people think that that's what a higher power wants them to do.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they do those things. Like they like, I guess like in these type of contexts, sacrifices is always in this. Like it's always sacrifice. Just like when people say, "Oh, he sacrificed this person to get there." Like people believe in sacrifice. Like
yeah. Now in his context, it was a fact. It is a fact. So just in the Thanos aspect of it in the movies, it was a fact. Like the more people there are, the quicker the resources go. The gods knew it, and that's what he was explaining to whoever that was. He was saying that we all knew, like the higher ups knew. It's just I'm the only one that has what it takes to actually go do what's necessary. Or not even that has what it takes, because a lot of people are over Thanos could have did it, but he was the one who had the will to do it. Like he wanted to do that. So nobody else really wanted to take out half of the universe, so the rest of the half that did live can live better. So now along those lines, I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I think Infinity War and Endgame is such a good movie, is because I truly don't know the answer to that. I don't know the right answer to that. Do you let everybody that's currently on the universe live, over half of them living better and raising their kids that they have in a much better universe? I don't know.
I mean, I think you gotta let it rock the way it is, and we gotta figure out a better way. Like with all the technology, it gotta be a better way. Like,
but that's what they were saying.
I mean, it's no different. It ain't no right. It is really not no different than like what's going on. On like what we dealing with. Like it's a lot of people that feel that way. Like it's too many people on Earth. We depleting the resources. We tearing up the ozone layer.
Yeah.
Like we gotta find better ways to deal with it. Like maybe everybody just get rid of everybody car and go to everybody get a Prius.
I mean, if we all go electric, that'll definitely help.
Yeah, like everybody get a Prius, and you have the Prius 18 wheelers.
Yeah.
They be extra slow now.
Yeah, I mean, in a real world aspect, that's why I'm saying, that's why I think the movie was so good, and I think that's why they went away from doing it how the comics did it. Because in the comics, it was, whew. If y'all liked them in the movies because of the reasoning, like a lot of people like the villains in the Marvel movies because of why they were doing. Like we all like Killmonger for the reason why he was doing that to Wakanda. It was like, yo, you let us over in America be slaves and all this while y'all was over here. Y'all could have been did something about the shit. So we all like the reasons to why. So I understand why they did it like that. I don't think y'all would like Thanos from the comics. He did it just because he wanted some from Lady Death. Like literally, that's it. He wanted her, so he was like, "Yo, what you want me to do?" She was like, "Yo, take out half of the universe for me." Because I mean, Lady Death don't look at death as like a bad thing. She don't look at it as a good or bad thing. It's just like that's what feeds her realm. So yeah, the more if you can bring half of the universe to me, hell yeah, I fuck with you. So he just did it. Literally, that was just it. Just because he wanted her. So I don't know if y'all would like that. Yeah, I don't know. In the real world, it's iffy, bruh. It's iffy. It's iffy. And I ain't saying it to like try to be different or be petty or nothing like that. But it's like, at what point do you think about your kids and your kids? Like, is that a thought that you're thinking of when you're making this decision? Because it's pretty much saying, do you want everybody right now or half of everybody right now to go away so your kids don't have to go away when they're young? Because that's pretty much what they're saying. Like, by the time your kids get here, like, the world's gonna be so fucked up that when they growing up, they're gonna be unalived. So, do you want that
Yeah,
for your great grandkids, or do you want to take out everybody? And that's not just your great grand; that's everybody's. Or do you want to take out half of all of us right now, who've kind of lived, whatever life we've lived so far, but we've made it past where they would live? Do you take
yeah,
out
but
half of us?
if that was the case, right? Who decides who got to go though?
That's why he did it like that. It was completely random. It wasn't no I'm picking. That's literally the reason why he went out and did the whole quest to get the stones and all that, just so he can make it a random thing. He himself could have been taken out. I think it didn't make him go away just because he was the one who did it. So I don't think he would be chosen in that random thing. Maybe it's plot armor, whatever you want to call it. But everybody else, it was random. So it's not like he
So
was like, all right, you gotta go, you gotta go. No, it was literally just random.
so let me ask you a question. So even in that scenario, right? Even if it was even if the whole world got together and said, "All right, that's what we doing," right? Even if we all agreed on it, once it happened and it's somebody that's your family,
Yeah.
you're going to completely be upset with this decision.
Or you already understand that going into it.
No.
You got to go into something like that, understanding that even you yourself might not be making it to the other half. That's what I'm saying. This is a conversation that you got to weigh out every single option here. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what made the movie so good. They was weighing out this is something that they thought of. Like, do we even just let him do this? Like, do we just keep that's what the 5 year jump was. Like, do we just keep it this way, or do we actually try to restore shit to how it was? Because I mean, it's fucked up what happened, but it's like Cat when Cat first walked in and he was talking to Nat, he was like, "Yo, I seen whales out here." It was because the harbor before, when it was everybody, the harbor was so full, a whale wouldn't come in that close to the shore. So the Earth was already improving just in that 5 year gap. The whales was coming in closer. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's such a good movie, bro. Is they thought of you have to think of things like that. Do I let the people that's gone? I just like Cap and Nat survived. All of their friends was gone. Everybody they loved and all that shit was gone. That's why they went ahead and restored everything, because that's the option that they chose. But if it was a situation where Thanos got together with everybody and all of them made that choice, you would already have that conversation of, all right, bro, like, I understand this choice we making, but one of us might not make it out. It's two of us, so it's 50-50. One of us ain't gonna make it out of here. You gotta be able to, like, you already gotta accept that. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't no on the other side of it now you pissed. You already accepted that before you even did it. You accepted it when you made it the choice. That's why it's
All right.
such a hard choice.
Oh, yeah, but my question to you is, like you said, had he would have talked to them right and they'd agreed to it, and the same people would have left, you think they gonna still make that decision? They might say, you know what, I don't like the people that ain't here, so let me go back and make sure that person is back.
I'm sure that thought will cross, but do you act on it? I think the only reason they really acted on it is because it wasn't their choice. That choice was forced on them by Thanos. But I feel like if you all made that choice, do you still act? Yeah, of course, you're gonna feel like that because you're gonna want whoever it is gone back. I ain't saying the feelings are not gonna be there. I'm just saying you gotta already accept the fact that it's gonna be one of us gone, and you gotta like it. But like I said, if you're thinking about the future and you're trying to make a better future, like we're supposed to, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to leave the earth better than where we found it. It's, I'm just saying I ain't saying I would definitely pick that. That's why I said that's why I think it's such a good movie, because I literally still don't know to this day. Even sitting here thinking about it after seeing the movie so many times, I don't know what do you pick? Like honestly, what do you pick?
Leave it the way it was.
That's a very viable option. I'm not mad at nobody who picks that way. It's not like you can be upset with anybody who picks either one. It's both of them are a thoughtful thought. It's not like you just saying fuck the other side. It's like something you really got to think about. So you can't be mad at nobody's decision. I just think it's a crazy dilemma to actually think about in like a real life perspective. That's kind of why I like comics so much. They do a lot of that.
So in a real life perspective, do you believe that there's people in this in this country or whatever, this world, that think like that want to get rid of a lot of people because of like we said, all of us is not enough resources, not enough food. You know, that's why they basically trying to clone the chickens and giving us, like Cat Williams said, the clone meat and all that. So
I think it is people like that. I think the scientists are like that.
Yeah.
I think the people who know what's going on and really are like studying it and understanding what's happening, they really think like Thanos. Like, yo, like if you keep going like this.
Right.
But again, even them, I still think, like I said, if you're dealing with a real life situation, they still go home after doing all their science and shit at work. So you still got a family that you're going home to. So it's still like, do I even go public with saying something like that? Because now what if, now the wheels get in motion, now what if they do got a plan to get rid of half everybody? I just fuck my own family.
But I think most of them people feel like they got enough money, they can do something, people can be safe. Maybe like you said, maybe that's why they was trying to go to Mars and then do something down here and they in Mars and then...
Nah, I think that's two different things. I think they was trying to go to Mars just to say fuck us, because they rich and they the only ones that need to survive. They wasn't thinking about bringing the lesser.
No, so, I'm saying they go up there and hide, do something down here, knock off half of the people down here, and then come back. Then come back. That way they can save the people that they wanted to save.
Like I said, I think that's just a different one, because I think they just doing it for that reason. It's not like they choosing any of us to go with them. And like they keeping 50% of the higher ups down here and taking 50% of us up. Now that, okay. If you get chosen, you get chosen. Put everybody's names in the big ass jumbo jar of weed. Put everybody's names in that bitch, and whoever name get picked out, you go up. I'm cool with that, but...
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, nah. But if it's just the higher ups and they trying to keep it a secret, so yeah, let's just go up here real quick and lead them down here. We fuck them up and then come back down. Nah, that's just some petty out for self ass shit. I'm talking about we making a selfless, like, I gotta be willing to go with them type shit.
You know how they move.
Yeah.
That's not they selfish people.
Yeah, nah. But that's why I say it's such a good topic, because it's like you have to put yourself in that. Like you can't leave yourself out. It's random. So do you take that chance of you unaliving yourself too?
Well, I say I'm leaving it the way it is. I ain't taking no chances.
Yeah, like I said, can't be mad. But just know, if that's the choice you're making,
yeah.
Your kids got to deal with it now. So what they gonna do? So you saying by then that we just need to make up a plan, since we already know generations ahead, we need to get ahead of this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. In the movie, it was only one option. The only way to do the shit was the Thanos way. It wasn't no other way. You got to think this a comic book. It was a comic book universe, so they had some brilliant minds. I mean, people smarter than the smartest humans in like real life. So it's like they would have thought of every single way. I know you ain't seen
Gotta be.
Fantastic Four yet, but that's gonna be the smartest person in Marvel. When you watch that shit, look at the decision he gonna have to make. I'm telling you, bro. So that's what I'm saying. If it's some shit like that, and that is just that decision, it's only that way. What can you do?
I mean, I didn't see it, but I know what the decision was. But I just didn't see it. But I did see something that was talking about the decision that he had to make about his kids or whatever. Save the child or something like that. Save his kids or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's a real. It's one of them questions like, if a train coming down the track and it can go two ways, and there's four people on one, or your best friend, or like a family member on the other one, and it's only him.
Right, right.
Which
Do
way
you
do you
save the
go?
4 people, or do you just save the person that
Yeah,
you know?
it's like one of them. I don't know. It's just something to make you think about it.
It's like a movie. I did not murder him.
Hell
When he had the when he kept telling him, save the girl, Sonny, save the girl. But he had to calculate, nah, you the easiest one to save. We saving you. Save the girl.
Hold on, what movie was
I
that, B?
did
Hold
not
on.
murder him.
That was Damn, B, what movie was that? That was
That's
my
our
shit.
robot.
Our robot. Okay, yeah. Oh man. So yeah. Speaking of recent movies, I brought up the Fantastic Four. I know you ain't seen that one yet. We gotta watch that one. We can talk about that. Did you finally see Superman, brother?
I finally watched it. I finally got through the whole thing. I
Oof.
think I was a little bit tired, but once I woke up and watched it, I was into it.
Oof.
Yeah.
So you know, this is my nerddom, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, let me go first because I'm gonna be quick. So I'm petty. So you know what my favorite part of the movie was. Just because I'm petty, and I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
1A.
No, not that. My favorite part is when he got finished watching the video of his peoples, and they was all mad at him, and homeboy hit him in the back of the head with the paper. I'm like, hey, yo,
That would be your favorite part.
hey,
What the fuck?
niggas is petty, bro. Like, it's just funny because people don't be thinking, bro. They just be emotional, bro. He just hit people man in the back of the head. Like, what if he turn around? Like,
Bruh,
come
that
on,
was
bro.
my first initial thought was like, bruh, the set that you must got on you to throw a piece
Yeah,
of
come
paper
on,
at
bro. Like,
Superman, bro. Like,
what
I
you
know it's a
doing,
piece of
bro?
paper, so he really didn't feel it. So I don't even know
Right.
why he flinched like he did, but
Yeah.
that's I'm gonna get into that part when I give my little.
Yeah, so of course that was my favorite part, but like I said, I told you, like I really like my man. What's his name, Mr. Terrific, for real.
Yes,
I
sir.
loved him in this. I loved him in this movie, so
Yes, sir.
I really liked it for real.
Now, just for reference, did you know anything about Mr. Terrific before this movie?
No sir, never
Okay.
seen him, never heard of him.
Okay.
I'm not really into that,
Yeah, no,
but
no, no, no.
from what I saw, I really liked Homeboy.
Okay,
He
okay.
was probably my favorite person in the movie, for real.
That seems to be a general consensus, brother. A lot of
Yes.
people saying that.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one. Then.
Yeah, no. You're definitely not the only one. He did his thing.
Yeah, he definitely
So
did.
out of 10.
For me, like I said, I really like the movie. It's definitely something I'm gonna watch again. So I'm like at 9. I say 9.5, 9.5. I really like the movie.
Now, did you see all the Justice League and all that shit that Jack Snyder was doing? The ones that was right before this?
No, no.
You ain't watched none of them? Okay. How'd you like was the fight sequences good? Like, they did a lot of shit with the camera angle when he was like flying. I don't know if you peeped it or if you pay attention to shit like that.
I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't kind of fan of that. Like I seen like a couple when he was flying back or whatever when he found out after he realized where they got the tape from, the rest of the tape, and he was flying. I kind of didn't like the way they looked. Maybe it just was him. He just looked kind of funny looking when he was like holding his hands out and all that stuff. But other than that, I like the flying. I just that one part like I didn't like. Like it
All
was
right,
cool.
then just cause you said that, one more last question I'm gonna get you. Do you think that nowadays they should still do the when he fly like the arm in front, or should they
No,
just make him fly
no.
like
Yeah, just fly with your
hands
arms
back?
back. Yeah, your hands back like
But
that.
it's an
Like
iconic thing though. That's the Superman thing. Like,
yeah, I get it, but he just looked goofy doing it. So it might have just been him. Like I like I said, I like the how they kind of was keeping it real. But was I tripping on one part when the guy who was talking to the girl and he got the pictures from her? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. The girl that was with Lex, and then she gave the pictures
Yeah,
to
she gave him the pictures.
yeah.
Did she say he said her feet looked like they wasted shrimp scampi? Did he say that or was
She
I
might have,
tripping?
bro. I would have to watch it again to see if she said that. And that ain't something I remember from it. So she might not have said it because I think I'd have remembered some shit like that.
I think she said he said that because remember she kept saying, "Are you gonna go out with me?" He like, huh? Because remember, because the girl
I
was
remember
like,
he didn't want to go out with her.
yeah, because the girl kept saying you're hot ex, and he was like hot, like he for
Yeah,
whatever
he
reason
kept
he
playing
just
it
didn't
off.
think.
It
Yeah, he
was
just
the running gag that he was the guy that could get all the women but didn't really
right,
like give
right,
a fuck.
right. Yeah, so I think at one point she said he said her feet looked like so it looked like somebody wasted shrimp scampi on the floor, some shit like that.
He did joke about her feet. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly what was
yeah, I
said
think that's
though.
what he said.
So what you said with a 9? All right.
Yeah,
And the fight sequences, you fuck with those?
yeah. Like I said, I like
The
the
fact that he got his ass whipped.
he just kept getting his ass whooped the whole movie. So he
You like
always
that or
was
no?
getting his ass whooped.
Because you know, usually in Superman movies,
Thing is,
he
at
might
this
get his
point,
ass whipped once. But usually
yeah,
in the Superman
I
movie,
about to say yeah. He seemed to get his ass whooped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that though. When you supposed to be Superman, I don't think you supposed to get your ass whooped that much. But he just kept getting his ass whooped. I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that. I think when you Superman, but I really like the girl that they had in the movie.
Lois?
No. The girl he was like fighting against, the one that had to put the thing on in his lungs and all
Oh,
of
okay,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. I just didn't understand how he figured out what to do about that. Like he figured that shit out pretty quickly when she put all the shit in his mouth and in his lungs. He kind of figured that out real quick to fly all the way up and then come down. Remember Lex told him.
I remember that part you're talking about. I'm trying to remember what happened. It's something that happened early in the movie.
Okay, that helped him figure that out.
Yeah, and it helped him remember something else. I think it got into something else, and then it might have got exposed to the sun. I can't remember the exact detail, but it was something that let him know that he could do that.
Okay.
Also, he just not the dumbest person ever.
Right.
So, you know.
Well, he was kind of dumb when his father had to tell him that he made his own decisions. He was kind of. I mean, I get why he was distraught about it.
Yeah,
I get it. But
all right.
I mean, that lead me to another question, but we ain't gonna get into it.
No, go ahead.
No, that's going to take us down another long road. Now it just is about like you know how that those people was the ones that raised them, but I felt like in the beginning of the movie it kind of made you feel like he didn't really care about them. Like he only cared about his real parents. He didn't really care about them. He was real short with his mother, like trying to get off the phone and all that. So it just, I don't know. It's just another conversation for another day. Like, do it really be that important? But I guess I can't say that because I don't know. I never been through that. But people that want to find their real parents over the people that actually like raised you and really love you, like.
Now, I can't speak on that from perspective, but I can say the people who chose to raise you might love you a little more, just because they actually stuck there and raised you. This
No, I'm talking about like for the person who's in the situation, like
who
whose
should
parents
they?
didn't raise them. Like, should they be so concerned about them that
Oh, the
much?
ones that
Like,
didn't raise them? Nah,
yeah, like, yeah,
nah.
is you the child who, you know how like a lot of kids that don't get raised by their original parents always want to go find them and meet them
Yeah,
and have this
I think
real
that's
close
fine. I think
bond
that's
with
fine
them.
finding them and like having. I think having a relationship with them is actually fine. I just
Yeah,
think
yeah,
is
but I'm saying
you should
like
understand
making
that
it,
like
yeah, like the main thing, like you
no,
will put
yeah,
them over the people that actually raised you.
no. I mean, again, I've never been through that
Yeah,
situation, so I can't speak on it personally. But I can say that, like I said, that people who chose to raise you, chose to raise you. Those should be the people that should be concerned with the most, how they feel.
gotcha.
The movie was great, great, brother, great. I like the fact that they put him back in the red tights. I think it's funny as hell that we in 2025 and we got a Superman back in the original red underwear over the spandex. I think it's funny and it's great and it's just I love all comic book things. So a dude that played Superman, I do not mind him playing Superman. I didn't know who he was before. I think that's what James Gunn wanted. If y'all did not know, James Gunn did all the Guardians movies and Marvel. So he can. Oh, James Gunn is great. The Galaxy movies and Marvel's some of my favorite movies from Marvel that they did. So the fact that he went from Marvel to DC and they gave him complete control over the DCEU now. We'll talk about that a little more when we talk about Peacemaker. But yeah, James Gunn. Whew, he's great, brother. That man knows how to direct a good movie and he knows what the comic book nerds want to see, brother. I ain't know who that man was, but he played Superman pretty good. I ain't mad at it. Better than what's his name? I don't know, because I think the Superman from the Zack Snyder joint was probably the only good thing. I didn't really like. What's your man name? Ben Affleck playing Batman. Flash wound up being fucking in real life like a PDF. Aquaman was cool, but it's fucking Aquaman. You can't carry DC with Aquaman. Yeah, so that Superman was the only good thing from there. So still, we'll hold that. See if he's better than y'all. He still got a few movies. They already said he's doing a sequel. So, and I think they're doing a Batman vs Superman because they didn't announce who Batman is in James Gunn universe yet. Oh, I'm about to nerd out. Shit, man, the fights was good. I fuck with all of those. The flight, I actually like that. That's why I asked how you felt about it. Not like worrying about shit like that and seeing it in other movies and probably not really paying too much attention to other movies. I pay attention to all that shit as a fucking comic nerd because they like make panels where like he's whooshing through, so it's like whole panels of just him flying and shit. So to actually see like they did crazy shit with the lens. That's what I was getting to. Like it was a different type of lens that they used. So like when you move forward, it kind of like warps, and it kind of gives it almost a 3D-ish effect. I thought it was good though. Like I like that. That I like the fact that he put his hand out still. Like I said, I just like all the iconic comic book shit. So I'm cool with that. I like Wolverine getting back in his outfit and Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't really understand how we had X-Men movies without seeing them in yellow and blue. Comic book shit. And James Gunn Guardians, they wore pretty much what they wore in the comic books. Like comic book shit is what comic book nerds want to see from a comic book turned movie. You would think it's fucking simple math, but everybody was so focused on trying to please the non-comic book people that it's like, fuck the comic book people. When we were the main ones asking for those movies. Nobody else was asking for fucking X-Men. Why the fuck did y'all put them in black jumpsuits like it was Matrix? Oh, y'all gonna piss me off. It's good to see comic book shit actually being in the movies that they're making these for. Lex was good. I like the dude that they played him. I seen him in a couple other movies. I can't really remember what the fuck they were right now. But I seen him in a bunch of other shit, and he's always good. So I knew he was gonna do good. One of my favorite parts is the 1A. That's why I thought she was going to say it, when he was just beating the hell out of him. Him getting beat up a lot in the movie is more comic book shit. You can't really have a hero without somebody that can whip his ass. It don't work. If Superman just whipped everybody's ass, what are we watching for? That was one of the main problems with Zack Snyder shit. He's too OP already, brother. He has to take some type of loss. Like, what are we watching here? We get it. He's the most powerful person that anybody's ever created. We get it, bro. But even in the comic books, he had to go through shit. He didn't just walk up to everybody, punch him, and then walk the fuck away like, all right, I'm Superman. You got to go through shit. So the fact that he just started the movie off with him completely fucked up. Bro, he was coughing up blood. He was fucked up. He had to whistle and get his dog to take him back to start the movie off like that, bro. And he got his ass whipped like at least a good 3 times in that movie. I liked it every time. Because it makes, you have to figure out a way. You can't just walk up and, like I said, just one punch, I'm Superman. Like, you got to figure this shit out, bro. That's the type of shit we like to see, man. Oof. Then they put the nigga with the, who can make like any material and shit. They put him in the cell with Joe. He had to figure it out how to get up out of there. He just had to be a human at that point and just talk to him. Like, bro, like, please, bro, listen, he ain't right. You see what he doing to your daughter, all this other shit. Like, it's good, man. James Gunn is just good. And I told everybody before this movie came out that this was going to be a banger. And my boy did not let me down. It's the first movie, and I think he's calling it Gods versus Monsters, is what he's calling like the first little phase. Because, you know, Marvel did phases. He came from the Marvel brand, so now he's doing phases in his universe. So we'll see where that goes. That's why a lot of the like, it was a big ass monster he fought. I can't remember who that was. It was a big ass monster that Joe fought. I think he's gonna take some stuff from Suicide Squad just because they had Starro, so I think he'll use that just for the fact that he's kind of loosely taking some of the stuff from there with the Peacemaker shit. Well, like I said, we'll get into more of that when you actually watch it. And if you saw season 1 of Peacemaker, you'll know what I'm saying, like right off the bat, because they changed something. I ain't gonna tell you too much, but they changed shit. Peacemaker was good as fuck too. It was good as fuck. The first episode was good as shit. You need to watch that like immediately. But yeah, Superman was fucking great, bro. I would probably... It's been a little while now since Superman came out, and it's been a few weeks since I've seen Fantastic Four. I might slightly put Superman over Fantastic Four. And I love Fantastic Four. That shit was so fucking good, bruh. We finally have a good Fantastic Four movie after 3 tries. Jesus Christ, bro. All it took was somebody that actually gave a fuck about the actual comics and not just the money. Like, you'll make money, bro. It's a fucking movie and it's a fan base for it. You're gonna make money. Just do the shit right. You'll make even more money. God damn it, bro. Kevin Feige is a fucking genius, man. All he realized was, hey, if I read the comics that the comic book people like, that they want to see movies for, and just make those comics into the movies, instant hit. Almost like a simple fucking math, bro. Superman was great. James Gunn will he expect the next, like, at least the next 8 years of DC movies to just be bangers. And it's going to be great for people like me because now Marvel got competition, which is going to mean Marvel got to step it up. And they was already the top dogs. So yeah, 10 out of 10. I'll probably give Fantastic Four a 9 out of 10. 9.8 out of 10. Like I said, slightly above Fantastic Four. Very slightly. Superman was good though. It was good as shit. I like that they brought the dog in. Oh, they brought Crypto in. His fucking drunk ass cousin came in the post credit scene. just buckle up, y'all. Just trust James Gunn. Trust the process, bro. James Gunn got it. Especially after me saying that, I fully trust him. I already trusted him after all 3 of the Guardians movies. Just, yeah. I ain't gonna say too much else. Break down the whole damn movie at this point. But yeah, it was great. I loved it. Alright, y'all. Week 4. We in the books, man. I told y'all we locked in, gang. It's another episode down, so if you made it this far, you already know what to do. I've been telling y'all every week, just hit that like, subscribe. We're gonna be back with more. I got y'all every week, man. We got y'all every single week. We got y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, just stay locked. Stay locked. Appreciate y'all joining us, man. B, last words, brother?
Sitting us all, brother. We out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.